You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Elevate the look of your home, all while saving money on your utility bills with new windows from Renewal by Andersen. All their windows are custom made, so let's say you want some chic black frames on your windows. But they're not HOA approved. That's not a problem with Renewal by Andersen because every single window is custom built. So that means the outside of your home can be HOA approved and inside can be approved by you, meeting your decor and design needs for your home. And if you have an historic home, Renewal by Andersen can accommodate you too and are able to match your color and style. Nothing is off the shelf because, again, every single window is custom built. Renewal by Andersen has a great offer to help you get started. Now through the month of February, buy 4 windows and or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
Do you need your contractor's license? In 4 short weekends with Chemtech School of Construction, you'll be able to ace the state exam. Get legal, get licensed, get Chemtech. Join us for a free info seminar this Thursday night at 7 p.m. at the Orlando Wyndham Garden. 1-800-875-PASS.
Let's gather around the table and enjoy fine wine, food, and friends. Costner's Prime Steak and Lobster proudly hosts the Freemark Abbey Wine Dinner on Wednesday, March 13th. Timeless, trusted, and authentic. Freemark Abbey is esteemed by wine critics and enthusiasts alike for their classically structured Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, and Bordeaux varietal wines, sourced from several of Napa Valley's most pedigreed sites. Call Costner's 407-645-4443 for more information and reservations.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeart Media can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeart Media can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind and the Under Oath podcast. A little more free advice. Any conversation you have with the insurance company after you get into an accident will be recorded. Everything you say can and will be used against you. For example, when they ask you how you're doing, these are not words of concern. These are traps to keep them from paying your medical expenses. Simply reply with, I've been told to avoid answering questions like this. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeart Media, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is 2 Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Don Jr.'s mysterious white powder to a mom turns in her son to the police, and CrackGate hits the Apple Vision Pro, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Good day.
Hello, C-Lang.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And friends, welcome to a Share the Show Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. That means you share the show.
Share the show. Share that show.
You're in the ballpark there, you know. All you have to do is share the show. Tell somebody about the News Junkie radio show. Hit that like button on the stream. It takes 5 seconds of your time. Not even 5 seconds. It takes 1 second. Boom. Hit the like button over on the stream. There it is. Yeah. Kind of tiny, but otherwise, you know.
But effective.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. We'll see how many people share the show today. But hit that like button, spread the word around, send somebody a link to the podcast, and share the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a woman who swears, she says, that this isn't really her. This is artificial intelligence. But do we believe her is the question. How far along is AI in the video world? And is she just pretending? Because guess what? People do pretend to be AI. Remember the whole hot dog, yum, you know, that stupid thing? Basically pretending to be AI, and now this is supposed to be real. Let's see if we believe this lady. Here we go.
My name is Allie, and this avatar is generated by artificial intelligence. This is not me. Even though the mouth movement isn't completely perfect, it does make you realize how good this stuff can be.
Yeah, I think it's fake because of the head bobbing. I think the head bobbing are like, that's like the hot dog yum thing. I think it's like, like I'm an AI, I'm supposed to bob like this. I think that this is not real, even though this is a real thing. So you can see on the screen, it's real tiny, but it says, "Hey Jen" in the corner. Celine, I don't know if you've ever been to that website, but check it out so you can see what we're dealing with here. Because it is really a legitimate video AI service called Hey Jen. But the way she's moving, it looks like a human is trying to be an AI. And it sounds like a human is kind of trying to be an AI.
A little more work, right? These can be used for good, like customizing content for millions of folks, or bad, like scams. Be careful out there.
All right, just bobbing her head along. Is she real or is she fake is the big question.
Well, if she's fake, what does she need the microphone for?
True. AI would not need the actual microphone,
Unless
but maybe the
AI wants us to make it feel like it's real.
That's true. The AI might want to put that in there just to make you think, hey, where's this audio coming from? Well, it's coming from the microphone. Is it that smart? That's the question.
The inflection was a little weird, too. It's like, Are you guys scared? All right. Be sure that you are prepared for that. I mean, could it be bad?
The future, bouncing up and down. The website is real, though, Celine. You see that now, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Hey,
so
Jen.
You feed in your video, and you create like an avatar, as they call it. And Hey Jen is just the latest one of these where you create yourself and then feed it a script.
So this is an avatar. So the person we looked at in that video is a real person. They're it's just like mixing them up and making them say different things.
Yeah, like I think you could
good.
feed
I'm signing
video
up right now.
I think you could feed video of yourself in there, or me or Sabrina, and then you tell it whatever you want it to say, and then we see how real it is. So maybe we'll noodle with that during the show today and see if this was actually real or we think the lady was just shaking her head along with it. Tell us what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Trouble in the former First family, as last night there was a Secret Service scrambled because not for the first time, but maybe even like the third time or something, somebody sent Donald Trump Jr., the former president's son, some of that sweet, sweet white powder, and not the good kind.
Have a good stash of it already.
No, not the good kind that one would want, I don't think. Here's some of the news as this came down the pipeline, and they scrambled hazmat teams to his house.
First breaking news here at the Live Desk tonight. A hazmat team, we've learned, reportedly responded to the home of Donald Trump Jr. in Florida. After he reportedly opened a piece of mail with a mysterious white powder inside. A spokesperson for Trump says that officials believe it is not deadly, but it's still not clear at this hour tonight what exactly the substance is.
Can we get into something here? Why is a former president's son opening his own mail? What, like mysterious mail? Some mail that you get and you're like, I don't know who this is from. I'm hesitant about this. When we get somebody who sends in mail, like actual physical mail to the radio station, and we see, especially, I'm just going to be real with you guys. If we see like the handwritten letter that you send in, I'm holding that thing with the tips of my fingers. I'm like,
they used to make me
letter
open
opener.
Sea
Light is the guinea pig who's opening these up to make sure that it's not going to cause a death at the station. Like there's a lot of concern. If you're somebody as high profile as Donald Trump Jr., and you have as many people as I'm sure would like to kill him or poison him or do whatever to him, it's so weird to me that person would be opening their own email. I wouldn't expect like Obama's daughters were opening email that they didn't expect that was addressed to them. I wouldn't expect like the Biden family was doing this. Like, my God, it's easy enough to kill somebody this way.
I mean, do you have the budget for that many on staff to like possibly die because they're opening your mail all the time?
I don't know. I thought there would be like a resource for this, you know, like there would be a place where they gathered all the mail for these folks. And then once cleared, they could pick their mail up from there and take it elsewhere. But it looks like he's opening his own damn mail.
Do they X-ray mail?
I don't know. I don't know.
You'd think they would, but then there's a lot of people who have gotten a lot of legal things via USPS.
Right. That's
Can't
true.
do it all.
But like you would think even on a smaller scale that if you were Donald Trump Jr., well, like this goes back to what Sean was saying basically about opening your own mail. Maybe they have somebody that checks, or X-rays the mail there. My second question, could you find white powder in an X-ray?
That's a good question. I don't know if you could. I just looked this up. It says, is mail X-rayed? Some of the mail that's sent through the United States Postal Service will pass through an X-ray machine. There are no specific guidelines as to what may or may not be X-rayed, though mail sent to or through larger cities is more likely to pass through an X-ray machine. In fact, they just say is likely to pass through an X-ray machine.
Okay.
But somehow we get to this. This is going through the system and ended up in Donald Trump Jr.'s house. Let's see if they say anything else here.
The letter has also included death threats inside.
Okay.
The Palm Beach
it's a
Sheriff's
big red
Office
flag.
now investigating this along with the Secret Service. Stay with us.
So they said the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is investigating. The Secret Service is investigating. I saw the letter. Oh, let me see if I can bring it up. I'll be honest, it looked like a letter that would get sent to the radio station. It just looked it looked a little bit like,
we X-ray too, just for the record, all right?
Hold on, let me bring this up here because I know I could find this. I saw it yesterday. Okay, here it is. This is the actual letter that was in the thing that was sent to Donald Trump Jr. I can't see all of it. I can only see some of it. It says, again, how many lives will be ruined before the psychopath Donald is silenced? Lee Harvey Oswald's grandson must complete his contract. You could guess what they're talking about there.
Didn't we just hear about LHO?
Yes, we did. Now back in the news and back on the show. Like his father, Donald Jr. continues to shack up with his California whore. Newsom is laughing his ass off. He's talking about Newsom's ex, who is with Donald Trump Jr. Jared, Ivana, and Barron have been silenced by sorry bastard Donald. Let me tell you something, sir. Not one human on this planet Earth of ours can shut up Barron Trump if they wanted to. The man is 11 feet tall. He is the biggest human being I have ever seen in my entire life. Barron Trump will not be shut down by any of these people. I don't know if you guys have seen photos of him recently, but
just how old is he now?
Cow.
I think you could probably just expand that statement to say any of the Trumps, because you're definitely not shutting up Donald Jr. They took him off Twitter and they gave him his own social media platform.
True, yeah, he has that. Sorry for the noises in the background. It's just really very insistent today on being thorough. Laura Yanusko has surfaced as Donald's latest whore. While gutless Eric is just a weak bastard, it says. What does Laura know as a leader? She soon will have a sore mouth, and Eric will no longer have the services of his whore. This person is just a wacko, man.
A lot of whore talk
really
here.
weird, yeah. And they talk about Mary Trump, who Mary Trump is like kind of like Abigail Disney, where super cringe. Mary Trump is like so ashamed of having the Trump name that she basically just hangs out on MSNBC all the time and is like, Trump is terrible. I'm so jealous. No, I'm so ashamed.
Was she the one that you saw at a party?
No. You mean you're talking about Ivanka or Ivana Trump?
Oh, that's who it was.
The daughter. Yeah. I didn't necessarily get kicked out of that party, but
they asked you kindly to leave.
You were not welcome.
I was throwing up on her back porch, so it was pretty clear that I should get myself out of there.
Also, I mean, this is obviously printed out on a printer that does not have margins.
Mm-hmm.
I think they cut it. I think they ended up because it looks like
it doesn't look like a normal size paper, but there's nothing next to it to kind of compare it to besides this UPS mailer that's underneath it.
Well, I wonder if that could be because if you print something out, I believe, unless I'm crazy, I think that you can trace back what printer it was actually printed on.
No.
Like via the actual physical paper?
Yeah. There's like some like secret code that gets printed on the paper.
No.
Yes. So you guys think I'm crazy? It's a real thing.
Where?
Prove it.
There's a secret paper code that gets printed on the papers.
Paper code.
And I'm telling you, this is real. Hang on. Can you identify
secret
printer?
Paper code, secret paper code.
I say I have to search something stupid for this. Okay, a machine identification code, also known as printer stenography, yellow dots, tracking dots, or secret dots, is a digital watermark which certain color laser printers and copiers leave on every printed page. Allowing identification of the device which was used to print the document and giving clues to blah, blah, blah.
If you're this level of crazy, why would you ever own the laser printer that puts this little code?
You would think that they would do that background work, but if they're actually crazy, they're not smart enough to button these things up, I don't think.
Or they're using a printer from like 93 that had none of those things.
You can't really tell. I mean, it just looks weird. There's something weird about
I want to take one of my This Week in Florida stories and then I could give it to the engineer and go, hey, Lube, tell me which of the printers printed this. Scan the code. Show me this works.
It can be done. The experts can do these things. Real quick, they're really trying to do a number on the bars out there these days. And there's a story this morning about how dry January is now turning into dry February, which I found very interesting because reading one of the stories, one of the guys who was doing this said, yeah, I really liked dry January so much that I wanted to do dry February, and I think I'll just do this every month. And I said,
so you're
sir,
sober.
that's called going sober. You're not like, like I've been doing dry whatever month for 14 years. No, you just don't drink. That's what's happening there. You're not somebody who drinks at that point, I don't think. But they say this. Have you guys heard of this? They talk about a major non-alcoholic beer brand is driving this trend. Athletic Brewing Company.
Oh, Athletic Brewing's good.
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah. I think I had them at the Bad at Business Beer Fest.
Whole Foods Market now sells more non-alcoholic athletic beer than any other brand of beer with or without alcohol. Think about that for a second.
Never heard of them.
Me either. And they sell more of that brand than they do of Bud Light, of any kind of Budweiser, of any kind of non-Bud related beer that you can think of. That's pretty stunning to me. I say 62% of adults under 35 say they drink. That's down from 72% 2 decades ago. So people are stretching out their non-drinking activities. Dry January, dry February, dry March.
That sounds impressive, but it says Whole Foods is saying that they sell more of this athletic than anything else.
Yeah.
Is athletic available everywhere?
I don't know.
Does Whole Foods have a lot of beer available?
I haven't been to a Whole Foods in an incredibly long time, so I don't even know what they have.
And are they basing it on the quantity? Because I think Whole Foods has a lot more of, it's more expensive, just straight up say. So they're like, we're making so much money. Is it because you're selling your 6-packs for $30?
It says they're selling more of them than any other beer, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, which That's pretty surprising to me. Maybe you drink this stuff. Let us know your experience. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. My favorite viral question, of the year, I think, was just asked this weekend all over social media platforms. And now it's time for us to ask it here and digest this one.
I don't know if we should be answering this question.
We're doing it, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your drive right now is a smooth and safe one, although right now there are some major delays in the Orlando area, including all lanes blocked northbound on the Greenway that's approaching the Florida's Turnpike. Also, an incident reported at the intersection of Conroy Road eastbound at the intersection of Vineland Road and Goldenrod Road at the intersection of Charlene Parkway. Give yourself a little extra time in those areas. If you see traffic issues, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
Paid for by government.com.
Here's your chance to get 5 iconic United States silver dollars spanning the last 150 years in one amazing set. Experts agree this is a must-have for silver coin buyers. That's right, all 5 silver dollars are legal tender official United States mint coins. If you call 1-800-386-7194 right now, we'll send you this ultimate 5-piece American silver dollar set with each silver coin in extremely fine or brilliant uncirculated condition. Guaranteed. This set includes every type of U.S. silver dollars in American history, issued from 1878 to 2024. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 150 years of U.S. silver dollars 5-piece set. Plus, receive a bonus display case, an information booklet, and free shipping. Don't miss your chance. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 5-piece set of iconic U.S. silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-386-7194.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the 4th window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
History is beautiful, brutal, and often ridiculous. Join me, Ben Bullitt.
And me, Noel Brown, as we dive into some of the strangest stories from across the span of human civilization in Ridiculous History.
Whether we're exploring the accidental invention of hold music,
or how people used to rent pineapples, join us to hear the many ways history can be oh so ridiculous.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you find your favorite podcast.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
And happy Tuesday to you. Share the Show Tuesday, where you spread the word about the News Junkie radio show. It's super easy for you to do. On a Share the Show Tuesday, you just tell somebody else you're listening. You send around a link to the podcast. You send around a link to the stream, whatever you want to do. And let us know afterwards. That would be incredibly helpful by sending a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com to the biggest question and one of the more controversial ones on social media in the last week or so.
Twitter, y'all see this?
And C-Lane saw this as well. And seeing this question spread around was something really, really interesting. It started on one of the city subreddits. So let's say it was Seattle or Los Angeles or whatever it was.
The one that I saw for our city was reposted from Miami, which was reposted from Philadelphia, I want to say.
Right. So imagine Philly starts it. In Philly, they asked a question, and then every other city followed suit by saying, same question, but for our city. Same question, but for Dallas. Same question, but for Rochester. Same question, but for West Palm. And it went to every single city that you could think of where people started asking this question. And I thought to myself, it's kind of a great question. And I want to see what everybody has for an answer to this, although there may be some controversy tied to it. So here's the question that started it all. Somebody said, looking for a mildly expensive, awful restaurant to recommend to somebody I don't like. Any suggestions? And that starts the conversation. And I can't tell you, and man, are they taking some shots this week because of it, how many different cities said STK, the steak restaurant. Oh, man, it was like across the board. If a city had an STK restaurant, they said, yep, that fits the bill of a place that's mildly expensive, but it's awful, and I want to recommend it to somebody I don't like. And around it goes. And the interesting thing is, if you look at this in a lot of big cities, there was a ton of agreement on these places. Like wherever somebody brought up that location, that was a restaurant that was expensive, but that also was a giant waste of your money, there were hundreds of people who were like, yep, I know that spot. I know the place to go if you want to spend too much money and get some crappy ass food. And on it went out there.
Another place that was mentioned, somebody said, last time I was there, they didn't pay for their Spotify subscription, so every 5 minutes you would hear ads.
Oh, I can't stand that, man.
Along with your $75 filet. This wasn't STK. This was somewhere else.
That's funny. Oh, because what's that cost? $10 a month, $12 a month or something? God. They said it seems to be what thousands of people are asking each other after a post went viral over the weekend in several cities across America. The post entitled, looking for a mildly expensive, awful restaurant to recommend to somebody I don't like. Any suggestion? Has inspired many, many copycats from Seattle to Kansas City to Minneapolis to Glasgow, Scotland to Sheffield in the UK, all around the world even, where people started to discuss this.
This is more of a local joke, but somebody just wrote International Drive.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing? Yeah, the whole thing.
I disagree. There's some good stuff over there.
There's but you'll be spending some money.
But I do, and I hate to say this for you folks, sometimes when I run down a restaurant, I end up getting feedback from the restaurant themselves, and they get very upset, but that's fine. The STK thing is true. It's just absolutely true. This is what I bitched about on the show the other day. You guys were not in agreement with me, but that's fine. I was like, if you go to a place where you're spending like Nusrat, or however you pronounce it, the Salt Bay guy's place, if you're spending an astronomical amount of money on steak, you're probably getting ripped off. You can go get a very, very nice cut of whatever kind of steak you want at your local grocery store or your local butcher, and you could get it for so much cheaper, and then you don't have to prepare it with anything crazy yourself. Even I know that you could do stuff like this.
But there's a difference, though. The restaurant experience is the whole point.
Well, there's a difference in the service, but the service might not even be good. When we went to STK, Courtney and I, the service was like meh, and we got like steaks, and one of the sides they had was just little plum tomatoes, like little tiny like bite-sized tomatoes, and
yummy.
I think the side was like $14 for some like bite-sized. Like,
insane.
How does this make sense? You could buy the whole little tub of the fresh little tomatoes for nothingness.
I need to remember. It was like a place in New York we went for. Pinkman's wife's bachelorette party many years ago, but we had made this reservation months in advance. There was 8 of us, and once we got in there, because it was poppin', they were like, what would you like to start off with? And we ordered what seemed to be a $40 appetizer of maybe it was crab cake, something like that. There was 2 of them. So we had to split it in tiny morsels for everyone to have one bite of it, and then split the check for a lot more money.
Yeah, that's not very giving of them. I can see
it's
that
like,
you want
went to the
more.
hottest place in town. Give us your credit card.
Now, see, I'm going to hard disagree with some of you folks, especially on chat. All Day Yucker says Hillstone's a little overrated. While it's not cheap, it's fantastic. Like, and service is their thing. Like, Celine was telling us about his story going to a steakhouse recently. And when you go to a place that's very good like that, their service is bar none. Like, it's very, very impressive.
Service, impeccable, knowledgeable about all of the product there. Not having to like stop and ask or make something up. Whatever. In my case with the steakhouse, the guy like knew the whole history of the building and the story behind how it became the powerhouse that it is today, stuff like that.
Yeah, right. And that's good. I like that. I'll pay money for that. I think that adds value to stuff. Let's see here. Win on YouTube says, can make a better steak at home. However, date night is about the continuous courting of each other. All right. I mean, look, you can court each other anywhere. You can court each other at home. You can court each other anywhere you might be out there. But there's a lot of places that just suck and they're overpriced.
I mean, yes, with the right skills, the right skill set, and the right tools, you can make a restaurant quality steak at home. You absolutely can. You don't have to do dishes. You don't have to serve it yourself. You don't have to do the work. I mean, so there is, good things about going to a fine steakhouse. But
right, but if you're talking $100 and something for a cut of steak, that's stupid. Yeah, that's so much. It's ridiculous when the best piece of steak that you can buy is not going to be that much, I don't think.
I also don't have any experience, although I'd like to try it sometime, with dry aging my own beef.
Right.
Whereas some of the steakhouses we go to, I think Linda's was is one place we talk about a lot, where they are like dry aging the stuff overnight or during the day. And, I have no experience with that. I'm actually kind of scared of it.
Hot take, that's gross. Hot take,
what?
that is
aged
gross.
Beef?
Yes, aged meat. We went to Jose Andres' place, and he's got a couple of them across the country. Jaleo is the name of it. I think that's how you pronounce it. And they had, what's that? What's the meat that you just kind of leave out on the counter, C-Lane, that really rich people have? And you buy like little slices
beef jerky.
It's not beef jerky. No, it's the opposite of beef jerky.
Prosciutto?
Like pecorino? Is that a thing, or am I making that up?
That's a cheese.
Okay, so it's not that. Back away from the pecorino.
Like the very thin slices?
I think it's usually pretty thin slice, but I'm out of my depth here. So I'll tell you this. They have it at Jaleo, and it's some kind of like aged meat, and it's like a whole hawk of it, for lack of a better word. And the hawk is like out on this metal stand that they have at the restaurant. And when you buy it, it's very pricey. It's not cheap at all. And a lot of rich people
that's been
have
aged
it.
for 5 years.
What is it, though? What's it called?
I'm looking for it. It's a
hawk,
YouTube
right?
video.
Hawk of
When you
pecorino?
say age, like, is it just hot and it's just been sitting there, or there's a process to this aging in which you're not giving yourself diarrhea?
It's just like, I think it's salted a lot, and they do other things to make it so
it's cured
dries.
too.
Yeah. Do you see the one I'm talking about? Maybe on their menu?
I'm looking for it.
Okay, because I know it's expensive, and I know that, to me, we were like, one time we were in D.C., and we were at a Jaleo there, and Courtney goes, ooh, let's try this. And we had just tried something on their menu that was incredibly cheap, and it was like a tostino, like a little piece of toasted bread, and it had fresh tomato with like some citrus stuff on it. It was the simplest thing ever, and it was so absolutely delicious, and it was like $8. And they're like, well, let's try this fancy piece of aged meat that they've got right here. And we both kind of were like, oh, God, what is this? You've like left this outside for too long. It doesn't make it better after time. I don't think leaving anything around like that makes it better. Not even wine. Very spicy take to toss in there. Aging makes everything worse. Human beings included. Tell me if you see that, C-Light, if you see the thing that I'm talking about.
Iberico ham?
Yes, that's it. Iberico ham.
Points.
And it's like, if you Google Iberico ham, it's a big old hawk of ham. How much is it on there?
I don't see a price.
Oh, son of a bitch. You just closed out of it right as I asked you the question.
No, this was a different, let me see if there's a price on here.
So I know that they have them, Iberico ham, for all sorts of different prices. But, okay, here's an example right here on Amazon. You could take this. And this is cured for 24 months. It's $269 for this 2-year-old ham shoulder leg.
All I can imagine is a delivery driver like, okay.
What is this? The brand is Furman, which is weird. And
because it probably ferments.
Yeah. It's $269, $270 for an old-ass piece of this meat. And then you slice the old off of it. and then you, I don't know, enjoy. It's gross to me. I don't get it, but a lot of people do. Anyhow, if there is one of those places, no matter where you're listening to the show, let us know the spot where if you had somebody you didn't like, you'd go, ooh, this is going to be nice and expensive. You're going to pay too much, and you're not going to get that much out of it.
You pay too much.
You waste your money, and you don't get the delivery. Let us know what that place is around you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. All right, let's see. Let's work in a couple of these and see what's going on.
See my text?
I got that. Fritz has sent in a dispatch.
He said it's his very first dispatch, and to that I was like...
Hard to believe.
Yeah.
Is that true? Let me see. Let me click on... That is. Yeah, 1 of 1 entries. This is the first ever...
Thanks for finally getting involved, Fritzy.
Dispatch from Fritz here. And it says Mini Moon, which is where he's at. Like, Fritz is now kind of incommunicado. He's off the grid as best we can tell.
Poor guy. I mean, if they had turned off their phones, he opened up to at least 250 text messages within the band group chat.
Just an onslaught. All right, let's hear from him. Here he is.
Salutations, the News Junkie. We are in Anna Maria Island heading back, and we will see you for Fritz on the Street tomorrow as we leave our Mini Moon. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Oh, congratulations, numero uno. Where did he say they were?
Anna Maria Island. Mm-hmm. Have you been?
I know, but it sounds nice,
gorgeous.
Actually.
Great spot.
Yeah. Is it off the West Coast or the East Coast?
West Side.
Is it? Okay. I've never been, but I would. It sounds nice already. I'm already hooked in, and I'm glad that Fritz got to enjoy himself. I did not know he would be back tomorrow for Fritz on the Street, so that's even more exciting. And we can chat with Fritz and play a little game we call Fritz on the Street tomorrow on the show, so don't miss out on that. Here is, damn it, we have a whole bunch of people to get into. Username is talking about printers.
Hey, News Junkie.
Hey.
A little printer tip for you. All
right.
If you put all of the keywords for a job description in white ink in the body of your resume, comma, your resume will hit first for all of the search engines for your job search. Just thought you should know.
If you do what now? If you put the... what?
No. That's not a printer tip. That's a SEO tip. She's saying if on your resume you flood the end of the document with like search terms in white, so they cannot be viewed by the naked eye, but they're still there, that they'll come up first in a search.
That's that's an SEO tip from 2003. Like that stuff. SEO is dead. I'm a man that knows. I used to make some money in SEO, and I used to do that for a very long time. And now the search engines don't even want to be search engines anymore. They all want to be AI machines that just feed you back what you're looking for and don't even care about scraping the web because they've already scraped the web to create their AI, right? Like, you know, this is the future of this. That's very, very old in terms of what I've heard about SEO stuff, and I've done that for a while. Okay, one more. Here is Beyonce, Sabrina, and me talking about those Trump sneakers.
Hi, friends. I hope you're great.
Hey, you too. Long time.
So last week you all were talking about the Trump sneakers and the red bottoms, and I love Christian Louboutin, not Louis Vuitton. Those are two different brands.
Louboutin.
But they are a big, big proponent for their trademark on the red soles.
That's a big thing.
You can actually report fake Louboutins on their website, no lie, because they do take this quite seriously. They trademark this in every way. So if it's a red sole, it is absolutely that Louboutin, and that's why you get the phrase, the red bottoms. And so I really hope they get Trump together and they get these red soles off there, because the only red bottom I recognize are Louboutins.
Boom.
I hope you have a great day.
All right. Thank you, Beyonce, Sabrina, and me.
Always wanted a pair of those.
They're expensive. That's all I know about them. Like, I only know red bottom on the shoes and that they cost a lot. I don't know, like, even what they cost, but I just know it's not cheap. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. And there's something that is coming to a Wendy's near you, which is what I would like to call the worst idea in the world. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com. Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for the rest of our Tuesday. And we're expecting a beautiful day across Central Florida. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures are well on their way into the upper 70s and low 80s. Tomorrow, we do expect temperatures to make it into the low 80s, the high of 83 degrees. We do, though, also have some changes on the way just in time for the weekend, unfortunately. Our next system will come into play, bringing with it increased rain chances. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Dive into hibernation mode with a huge deal on deeper sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Shop now and save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and receive a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Plus, get free and fast delivery to your door. Restrictions apply.
Folks, it is important that your air conditioning works perfect every single time. And that's why I strongly suggest you pick up the phone and call Mills Air. They've been in business since 1992. That's a long time. Think of that. Before like Nirvana, before all the grunge bands took over, they were there and they were helping people just like you out with their ACs. That's over 32 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. Their techs are amazing. They can service any kind of air conditioning that you might have. So you don't have to worry about whether it's a Carrier or not. But they are a Carrier factory authorized dealer. And with that, they can get you access to some really big rebates if you want to get a new Carrier unit and you want to maybe save on your power bill. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The hit true crime podcast Paper Ghosts is back with a haunting mystery in the shadows of the Ozarks. Season 4 unravels a darkly intriguing cold case from 1989 as a community continues to search for answers about a missing girl, various suspects, and a potential connection to BTK.
It's gone from, okay, we don't think something's quite right, to there's some worry going on now because now we've found some of her clothing.
Listen to Paper Ghosts on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
This is Daytona, the heart of racing, the soul of speed, and the only place in Florida to witness the adrenaline-pumping, awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross. Daytona Supercross, where champions are made, legends are born, and the biggest names battle it out under the lights at the world center of racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 2nd. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like The Vinyl Experience. Just search Vinyl Experience and listen now on your free iHeart Radio app. Free never sounded so good.
You can live out your MasterChef dreams when you find a professional on Angie to tackle your dream kitchen remodel. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
$5 finger-licking deals are back at your local KFC. Choose from 3 delicious options. A 2-piece meal with a drum, thigh and buttery biscuit side, an 8-piece chicken nuggets, or 2 chicken little sandwiches. Only available at select participating locations, not online. Tax extra, it's finger-licking good.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. This is just flat out a bad idea, right? It's just not a good idea, but yet some corporations are doing this now. And another one is going to jump into the fray next year. And that company is Wendy's. I can't think of the last time I've been to a Wendy's. Nothing against them. It's not something that happens. I don't encounter a Wendy's that often.
I haven't been, but I've ordered recently.
Have you?
Yeah, there's one around the corner from here, so I hit it every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't have as much experience with Wendy's. I don't get a lot of fast food per se, which is something I've been trying to stay away from, except for wake up, hungover, McDonald's breakfast.
Burritos.
And those burritos and like 3 of them hash browns. Woof! That's the material right there that it takes to really soak up the bad stuff. But otherwise, I haven't been to many of these places. And I stopped going to Taco Bell a while ago because I just came to terms with the fact that everything tastes the same. It's like the remix of 3 different things over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh, good. You finally figured out Mexican restaurants.
You got the beef.
My gosh, how old are you?
Look, there's other Mexican restaurants where it doesn't feel so repetitive. Like literally everything smells the same at Taco Bell. There's like 3 outcomes, and it's all dependent on the vessel. Mm-hmm. Right? That's why I used to love the Mexican pizza, because the Mexican pizza was like, what are you animals doing? You wild folks over here. This is totally different, and I love that. Oh, I'd get down on that. But now you've got a lot of different things happening at these places, and Wendy's wants to be at the forefront at. So during a February earnings call, Kirk Tanner, the CEO and president of Wendy's, isn't that weird? This guy is the CEO and president of Wendy's, this huge company. Who the hell knows Kirk Tanner?
No.
Does anybody know that? Like
Kirk Cameron? What?
Kirk Tanner? Although I don't know if I know the
Captain
CEO
Kirk?
of McDonald's either. I
That's
guess I
Ronald
don't
McDonald, John.
know. He's like more of a figurehead type character. But they said that they announced they're going to invest about $20 million into digital menus at all U.S. company-operated restaurants, and that Wendy's will begin testing dynamic pricing by 2025.
I'm sorry.
Now, they've called this dynamic pricing because they say it's, quote, product pricing based on various external factors, including current market demand, the season, supply changes, and price bounding.
So they're surging burgers.
Yes. Burger surges is what they're actually legitimately trying to do.
I've never heard of that with fast food. I mean,
No.
I've seen like market prices most of the time for seafood at restaurants.
That makes sense. Yeah. And
because of
you
this
could get that.
digital menu, you can walk in to Wendy's one day and pay, I guess, like $4 for a burger. And because of the market value of that square piece of meat, it could be $5.50 the next day.
Listen to how
That's
weird this sounds.
insane.
Listen to how like computer AI generated this sounds, their response to this. They said with dynamic pricing, product prices continuously adjust, sometimes in minutes, in response to real-time supply and demand. Real-time supply and demand? You're a Wendy's, for God's sake. I mean, maybe you mean at the peak of lunch, you're going to charge more for a burger and fries, and then if it's like 3 o'clock, when sometimes people, like I try to go to places in off times usually, And if you show up at that time, maybe it's like cheaper, like a matinee burger. Is that what we're talking about here? Seems weird. It says, simply put, prices for menu items like burgers, sides, and drinks at Wendy's will often fluctuate with the new product pricing structure. And as a bold experiment, they have said that there's a lot of other places that are doing this.
No, false. Name them. What do you mean a lot of other places?
They said Target, Walmart, Amazon, and Uber. Only one I know is Uber.
Uber.
Like, Uber obviously does like the dynamic pricing, and they've been at the forefront of that. Amazon, I wasn't aware. I know Amazon changes prices over and over and over, which is why you should get that plug-in for Amazon if you don't have it.
Which one, Honey? No, Honey's the...
No. Hang on, I'll tell you, because if I bring up my Amazon, it'll show me. You just pick any item on Amazon, and it's a Chrome plug-in that shows you what that item costs traditionally, like over time. And it'll show you, like, on January 5th, it costs this much. January 7th, it costs this much. And they show you, like, a whole breakdown of how the cost has gone up and down. And so, yeah, I get it. Like, prices move around. That makes sense. I understand that. But I don't think that I'm going to be expecting that when I'm getting a burger, for God's sake.
I mean, I get the change. I mean, they're saying changing the price based on demand. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you could figure in supply unless the truck shows up, unloads a bunch more beef, and the prices just drop to the ground. Right. Am I allowed to enter a Wendy's, find myself a table, and just wait out the prices? Just like wait, and then they hit a certain load. I'm like, buy.
Double. An S show, I'm in.
You get your Baconator right at that peak premium price, or premium low, I guess I should say.
Oh,
here's what I'm talking about.
That means you know what time that the Baconator is going to be the most expensive, or any of those breakfast items?
What time?
10:29.
Probably right after the breakfast thing ends. All right, look at this. This is what I was talking about. It's called Keepa Box is the name of the plugin. And if you go to any kind of item, it shows you like what the lowest it's been recently, other sites where you can get it. And you can see they constantly are changing prices around. Like this is a GoPro. And on February 8th, it was $399 on Amazon. But then on February 12th, it was $349 for a week or so, then back up to $390. So you could see like, hey, if I hold out here a little bit, I could save like $40 on this if I'm smart about things, or, $50. So that kind of stuff, I get it. It's smart. But with a burger, what the hell, man? That seems weird. Why don't you just give it to us for the prices you used to? Everybody keeps being so amazed by stuff like this abandoned McDonald's from 1994. A rarity that a McDonald's would just sit there, just abandoned.
Where's that?
But this was in Alaska. Yeah. This is abandoned since the 90s. And I'm trying to see. I think it was around Alaska, but here's the menu is like real far away there. Here we go. Quarter pounder with cheese. I can't read that one. Big Mac is $2.45 right here. Trapped in time.
Those were the days
in the 90s. And the Big Mac now is how much? It's got to be way more than that.
$7.
Is it really? So $2.45. That's a big jump. That's a big jump. This brings me back to the days, though, because the cheeseburger was $1.09 and the hamburger was 99 cents. And you even had those super special days where the cheeseburger went down to 39 cents and the hamburger went down to 29 cents. Happy Meals were $3.36 when this place was abandoned. These were the days. 20-piece nuggets, $5.70. Now you need to take out a mortgage on your house for that.
The menu's got promos for Jurassic Park and Bobby's World.
It does. Bobby. Is that the dino-sized fries that they have?
Maybe.
Dino-sized fries, it says on here. And it says, now, if you have 2 Happy Meals, it's almost $18. But back then, it was $3.36 for a Happy Meal. And look, that's just how it goes. Things get more expensive over time, inflation, et cetera, et cetera. But we need more of the good deals as opposed to the market prices fluctuating around and surge pricing on burgers. What do you think? Maybe you think we'll get better deals? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, would you like to rent at this beautiful place? Well, they've got some clauses in their contract. For instance, you can't have too many people parking in the parking lot. You can't be too loud. And oh, yeah, there's one more thing that the landlord is saying you can't do if you want to move into this place. And it's probably the most, invasive thing you could ever have as a rule. What is it? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All the cool kids are doing it, and you want to be like the cool kids, don't you? Well, don't you? The Talkback feature on the free iHeart Radio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope you have a smooth and safe drive right now, and we are still seeing some delays on the major highways and roads of Orlando, including one due to a closure caused by an incident northbound on the Greenway that's approaching Florida's Turnpike. Also near that incident on Landstar Boulevard near the Greenway, there is a roadblock that's at Pinnacle Cove. Give yourself a little extra time there. Your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. And remember, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number if you have a tip, 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
Today's Central Florida job market is more competitive than ever, but don't be discouraged. Attend the Florida Jobs Now Job Fair, Wednesday, March 13th, from noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center, and connect with over 70 recruiters right here in Central Florida. Some even offering on-the-spot interviews. Your next career is right in front of you. Join us at the Florida Jobs Now Job Fair on Wednesday, March 13th, from noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center. 777 East Princeton Street, Orlando, Florida, 32803. That's from noon to 4 p.m. More information at fljobsnow.com.
The News Junkie is ready to destroy another holiday with the most unique party of the year.
Just Okay 8. Saturday, March 16th will be a night of unbelievable moments at the Plaza Live with performances from Young Tapes, The Shabooms, Savvy's Little Helpers, and so much more. Presented in part by JustCallMo.com. Make this St. Patrick's Day weekend one to remember and get your tickets to Just Okay 8 at realradio.fm/JustOK.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Orlando? We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Orlando for free. That's right. We'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. Orlando's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Discover the simple steps developed by Joe Arias, one of real estate's greatest rags to riches stories. You'll learn to flip properties and secure rental properties without using your own money and in your spare time. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in Orlando and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
Download the iHeart Radio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
McDonald's McCafe iced coffee wakes you up like the perfect song. The 100% Arabica beans get your head nodding. Yeah, then the cream drops like a smooth bass line. Add some ice to chill it down, and some French vanilla flavor. There you go. Or change it up and go with caramel. Either way, it's a stone cold classic. Start your day with $1.49 McCafe iced coffee, available during breakfast hours only. Music to my ears. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. My day just flows better when I make my first stop McDonald's. I can choose 2 faves and save big when I bundle a savory sausage McMuffin or flaky sausage biscuit with crispy hash browns for breakfast for $2.79. Or I can make Mickey D's my last stop. Lunch, dinner, a late night snack perhaps, when I bundle a crispy McChicken or juicy McDouble with delicious delicious small fries for only $3.69. Now my day is made the tastiest way when I bundle and save at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or four. You're listening.
March 16th, less than 3 weeks away for Just Okay 8. And you can get your general admission tickets right now at realradio.fm/justokay. Is less than 3 weeks away. My God. So make sure you have those tickets. realradio.fm/justokay. All right, I want to get to something. See, and I were blabbing about this. We were yapping about this during the break a little bit. But I do think this is kind of an interesting phenomenon. It's like, who do you blame here? Because clearly somebody is in the wrong, but who is it? And Sealand said, have you seen any of this footage from this Wendy Williams documentary? And I said, I've seen the trailer. Have you watched it, Sabrina?
I haven't watched it yet, but definitely seen a lot of clips, and it's on the queue for sure.
Like concerning stuff, right?
Man,
like if you've seen the trailer, you're like, whoa, okay. This is a woman who used to wake up every day and put on a major show in front of the country. She used to wake up, whether
she
it was
was
during
also pretty controversial back in her radio days.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. That's how she made her bones. And that's how she really got lifted off the ground. And she was like just in New York City, just as that one market, I think, and had deals with champagne brands. And she was like a great business lady. This woman was sharp as a tack. I say was. I use past tense because now she's clearly not.
No.
She's got a lot going on.
And the way that it all went down was very bizarre. You know, I'd watched her every morning, especially during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And then as things started opening up again, all of a sudden she was out for health issues.
Yep.
But there was no word on why. And then they went almost an entire season of a rotating guest host cast until eventually they were like, all right, introducing the Sherry Shepherd show. And and that was it. There was no goodbye. There was no word from her.
Yeah, the audience never got any closure. Never, like you as an audience member, it was like, what happened to Wendy Williams? And this woman was super, super popular and very, very influential. And so when we look at what's going on now, I ask you the question, and it's a big one, granted, who is to blame? Because somebody has to be to blame. Why is this woman on television? Is it? Do we blame the family or whoever signed this deal? Do we blame the networks for airing this? Do we blame us, people, for watching whatever comes out of it? Because clearly we have a woman who's saddled with this early onset dementia and also juggling that with some alcoholism, it would appear. And she's on television. And C-Lane was mentioned in one of the things that really stands out in the clips that they're showing from this Wendy Williams documentary. And what does the family say? Like, do you want to go to the Oscars? Or?
Yeah, the clip I saw in the news this morning was like they're asking her if she wanted to go to the Oscars. And she was like, it looked like she wasn't looking at them unless we didn't know off screen where they were. And she was like dead staring and goes, "What's Oscars?" And they were trying to explain to her like what the red carpet is and doing the award show. And she's like, "Yes." And it's just very
she's like
uncomfortable.
1,000-yard stare, staring right through everybody who's talking to her. And they're like, put it on TV. Let's put this lady on TV. If that was your mother or your father or your brother or your sister, I know the two of you wouldn't be doing that. I know you guys wouldn't be engaging. It wouldn't be like, well, I'm going to make a quick buck if we put them on. Clearly, there are people trying to profit off the fact that this lady is falling apart mentally, and they're like, let's make a TV show.
And it's not the first time that we have seen this, not the last time for sure, in Hollywood. You're surrounded by yes men who are there just to profit off of, your popularity, your downfall, and the popularity that comes out of that with no repercussions whatsoever. The only person that I've ever seen a little bit of standing up for her is her son. But there was also that nasty divorce, and then this rumor of conservatorship. And then the latest I heard is like whoever was in charge of that is not even giving her immediate family any sort of contact. It's all a mess, man.
It's weird.
And then nobody's looking out for her. And what's the latest? That she has dementia, right? Or
that she's got this early onset dementia, and that clearly you could see that she has other problems in this documentary. And one would argue, if they're talking about conservatorships and stuff, like she can't be of the right. This woman was tops in entertainment. She knows what the Oscars is when she's with it. She doesn't know what the Oscars is. Clearly, she's struggling big time. And they're like, you are able and capable of saying that you want to sign this contract to do a television show. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And the level of absolute pariah that it takes.
When you say the television show, like you mean the docuseries?
The docuseries, yeah. Like whatever this product is that they're putting together. Like the family members who are and friends who are willing to be, as Sabrina said, those yes men. That is just next level low, man. It is really disgusting behavior. You go, we'll prop her up for a little while. Let's see what we can get out of her. It's not shockingly different than some of the political stuff we saw with Dianne Feinstein or something.
Yeah.
Where nobody seemed to care about the human being. They only cared about the power that they could obtain through the human being. And it's just really, really gross. So there we are. But yeah, that's out there. I don't know what network that's on, but Lifetime.
I think Netflix.
Is it Netflix? Okay. Somebody's to blame. Whether it's the family or the network, somebody's acting in a very gross way there. And I'm not fond of it myself. Okay, let's go to this story.
You're right. Lifetime.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It just seems like they would be the network to do it. Lifetime's a little sleazy. Sorry, Lifetime. Sorry, hate to say that about you, but there you go. Landlords are getting a little more strict these days. They want to make sure they're not hiring these party animals, these people who will be tenants like Sabrina, rocking to all hours of the night. And partying till 5 a.m. like rock stars. You don't want those people. You want the oldos. You want the people who go to bed
Sean.
at like 7. I don't go to bed at 7, but you want them. You want those people to move into your place. I still got a little party left in me, though. All right, so you know. Okay,
well,
I'm not totally partied out.
Save it up for March 16th, please.
I don't know if I have the stamina anymore.
Okay.
I think I might have like 4 shots. I just gonna be like,
crazy.
You held it together for Fritz's wedding.
Yeah,
I
barely. Did not. Some of those drinks were so good, it was tempting. You know, we wanted to go back again.
I got a little heat after saying that. I was like, I'm going to start my goodbye round, and then an hour later, I was still there. It was a long goodbye. There's a lot of people that I had to say goodbye to.
I've been there, and I've used those excuses. It's like, will you just get home already? And you're like, look, I promise you, I am doing everything within my power to leave this party right now.
Exactly. I just got to talk to 15 more people.
Meanwhile.
Oh, Marky just showed up. No.
I can't leave him saddled with all these extra pizzas. Somebody has to help.
Stole one of those.
We got to help out here. So these new tenant clauses are getting really, really insane. They're banning music after 11 p.m. Okay, I get it. They're banning house parties. You know, they're banning people for having too many guests over and guests that aren't on the list. I hate that one. Imagine you pay a solid amount of money to be able to rent a place, long-term rent I'm talking about, and then you can't have guests over unless it's approved by the homeowner. Get out of here with that nonsense. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't have a surprise impromptu guest because my homeowner is a Nazi.
I don't even really love that for Airbnb, but I get it more than I would get because when you're renting, it's your own place.
Right. Like when you're renting, I think you should have more autonomy over your existence in that space because it's not just a short-term rental for a couple of days, and it's not like a hotel room. It's your house. It's your place where you're actually living. And now they're taking this a step further and banning sex at a lot of these places where you might be.
Excuse me. How do they determine that or regulate
It's more about how do they determine what constitutes quote unquote loud sex.
Oh.
They said Brits are no strangers.
Why do you look so guilty?
It's none of your business.
To outrageous landlords. But
I met that neighbor.
Whatever.
It's too far. They said, we've watched as landlords have passed off single rooms as entire flats, become influencers who've logged their evictions, and even charged their tenants for just having friends over. Just when you thought they couldn't sink any lower, they'd come up with a new way to ruin your life. No sex tenancy clauses. I said some people found it funny at first. I thought, how are they even going to police that? But the landlord does inspections himself, and he actually mentions it when he visits. He says, we're all girls, and he starts lecturing us about the use of today being hypersexual and telling us to save ourselves for marriage, they said. They said, this is literally none of his business. The room was a steal, and it's so hard to find a place these days, but it's creepy. It's something I'm just going to have to put up with, they said. I would never sign any of that. Like, it's just another argument for why you need a place with no homeowners association. Place is nice, but with no homeowners association. A place where you can control your own destiny and just like your own spot. That it's so important after hearing all these dumb rules some of these places have.
Did they set like a decibel limit for the loudness coming from?
No, and then if you don't set that, then how do you determine what's loud? You're like, whoa, I heard a couple of moans over there. What's going on with you?
Because, I mean, like when they try to police the noise coming from bars, clubs, they say that, and this used to be more expensive to pull off because, where you could, how many decibel meters do the police have to have on them? And now they could just use an app.
Yeah.
But they're like, all right, where are you supposed to stand? How many feet from the place? And what's the limit there? And so now you can't just say no loud sex and have that be an all-encompassing rule. You got to define that.
What is loud? Yeah, what is loud sex? Rand says, I know somebody that lived in a townhome with poor sound insulation, and the neighbors were extremely loud sex screamers. Poor sound insulation is the problem there. I had that problem one time. Not the sex side of it necessarily, though I did have a neighbor who his bed was on the same wall that my bed was on in the next unit in Chicago. And he had a bed that was like not all the way buttressed against the wall. So you'd get like the boom, 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 boom. boom, boom, like the hitting of the headboard repeatedly against the wall. And sometimes you hear some noises and stuff. And, make use of that if you can, I guess.
Switching it up at all, though. Just seems like miserable.
It was a weird experience.
Where did you get this article? Did you get it from Vice?
The one that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Vice. Wait, you printed it out. Yeah. The actual article, the webpage is hilarious. I don't know if you can see this on my screen, but they have like a little no sex sign, and the people are like, they're in a certain position.
It's like Ghostbusters, but with some sexing going on. All right, that's a lesson for everybody. You got to be very, very careful.
I like how you see a circle with a slash through it. You go straight to Ghostbusters.
What do you go for?
I don't know.
Who are you going to bang?
No, it's the universal sign for no this. Like, if you don't want any of this there, you put a circle around it and slash through it.
You know, I saw one time that was universal sign of the slash and had somebody in a wheelchair in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? No wheelchair people?
There's things about my house you don't need to tell everybody.
Is that a thing?
Wow. So there's no ramps.
No,
cool.
That's not where I'm getting this from, is it?
No.
I don't know where I'm, but somewhere I have stuck in my mind.
I hate that you had to double check that.
I don't know. I remember seeing it was the circle with the slash through it, and it had somebody in a wheelchair, and I was like, what the hell is that? Why would that be a thing?
Was there a line of people in wheelchairs like, what the heck's going on?
I don't remember.
That's right. Roll your ass on out of here.
I only remember they weren't allowed, which seems like it's against some sort of discrimination law, but who knows? Okay, we want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, we got to talk about something that's headed to the movie theaters, but this is a true travesty. It shouldn't be a thing, yet here we are. What's happening? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope you have a smooth and safe drive right now, and we are still seeing some delays on the major highways and roads of Orlando, including one due to a closure caused by an incident northbound on the Greenway that's approaching Florida's Turnpike. Also near that incident on Landstar Boulevard near the Greenway, there is a roadblock that's at Pinnacle Cove. Give yourself a little extra time there. Your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. And remember, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number if you have a tip, 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Dive into hibernation mode with a huge deal on deeper sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Shop now to save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and receive a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Plus, get free and fast delivery to your door. Restrictions apply.
Listen up, my friends. Chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. So let that mortgage guy, Don, help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button and Don will review your quote today. If you want to see a difference and work with an expert and a friend that you could trust, someone who has your best interest in mind, then you got to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Paid for by government.com. Here's your chance to get 5 iconic United States silver dollars spanning the last 150 years in one amazing set. Experts agree this is a must-have for silver coin buyers. That's right, all 5 silver dollars are legal tender official United States mint coins. If you call 1-800-386-7194 right now, we'll send you this ultimate 5-piece American silver dollar set with each silver coin in extremely fine or brilliant uncirculated condition. Guaranteed. This set includes every type of U.S. silver dollars in American history, issued from 1878 to 2024. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 150 years of U.S. silver dollars 5-piece set. Plus, receive a bonus display case, an information booklet, and free shipping. Don't miss your chance. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 5-piece set of iconic U.S. silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-386-7194.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
actions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-374-2103. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-374-2103 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. Are you still on the fence about owning gold? It's time to pull the trigger with the Oxford Gold Group and buy gold and silver. Nobody can predict the future, but we can't put our head in the sand either. The Oxford Gold Group are the pros. They make owning gold and silver simple and easy to understand. Call Oxford Gold Group right now, and you may qualify for up to $10,000 in free precious metals. Call 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Vinyl Experience. Music legends experienced through the authentic sound of vinyl. The Rolling Stones, Tom Petty, Pink Floyd, The Police, and so many more. Just open the free iHeart Radio app, search Vinyl Experience, and listen now. iHeart Radio. Free never sound.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total.
newsjunkie.com, and you can get subscribed to the podcast. It's super free for you to subscribe to. Tons of other people listen that way. So go get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see all the links right there ready for you right now to subscribe. Hopefully you do it on iHeartRadio because that's who pays the bills around here to keep the lights on, et cetera, et cetera. But either way, we appreciate it. Kevin Costner, I don't know if people like Kevin Costner or hate him. What do you think his rep is?
I think they like him.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's a Yellowstone dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
that weird moment with the divorce. Still going on, I believe, right? Or no?
Yeah, he had a contentious divorce not too long ago because he had all kinds of Kevin Costner monies. I'm trying to think of big movies that Kevin Costner was in. Nothing is like really coming to mind, honestly.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Go ahead, hit me with it. What do you got?
Field of Dreams?
Okay, Field of Dreams I've seen for sure. Yeah. I don't see like big blockbusters, though.
Wasn't he the Bodyguard?
Yes.
Was he? All right, but is that like? Would you think that was a blockbuster? Like he hasn't been in any of the. Not that this is a knock at him or anything, but any of the comic book movies or any of that world.
No, I don't think that's. I don't really see
that's not him.
That's not his personality.
Mm-hmm. Somebody says Dances with Wolves.
The Postman, right. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I think Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is the closest he's come to something like the Marvel, comic book universe, because Robin Hood was an established character.
Right. Yeah. So he is working on something that is really dumb. And I just wanted to put this out there for everybody to take in. And I guess he kind of, I think, has bought his own hype, because that's the only way I can think of this happening to people. Eventually you buy into your own hype and you're like, I don't need to do a movie anymore. I need to do a 4-part movie. And it has to be like an old Western. And like, okay, buddy, you could do that because you're Kevin Costner. But this is a 4-film saga, is what they're calling it. And they said it's by far the biggest struggle he's had to deal with. When nobody wanted to make the first one, I got the bright idea to make 4, he said. Well, maybe if nobody wanted to make the first one, that should be like a little bit of a sign or something. Instead of you going, I'll make 4 of them.
Oh, real quick, he did do Batman vs. Superman.
Oh, did he? Oh, didn't that suck, though? Didn't Batman vs. Superman, wasn't that not a good one?
I don't remember I don't think. It says 6.5
Was that Ben
stars.
Affleck Batman?
I don't think. Let me see. Let me click through. He also was uncredited in Justice League, but it's Zack Snyder.
All right. Okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, this is different, though.
And Ben Affleck was in it.
This is called Horizon, an American Saga. They said it's a wildly ambitious 4-part post-Civil War Western epic that helped lure the actor away from his other Western, Yellowstone, that he was in. He co-wrote, directed, and stars in the Horizon series. Now, here's where this gets real masturbatory. The first film will be released in theaters June 28th, followed by the second chapter just 2 months later. The second 2 films haven't yet been shot, but the film has been a 30-year journey for Costner, who even took out a loan on his Santa Barbara home to help finance the picture. He said the first 2 films added $100 million to the economy in Utah, where they were shot. And so he's like, within a handful of months, he's going to be launching not 1, but 2 of these Western epic movies that are insanely long, only with the promise that, guess what? You're going to get 2 more of these sweeties very soon, too. And I don't know. They won't make comedy movies for us anymore. Is there an appetite for Westerns? I guess Yellowstone proves there is, huh?
Yeah,
that's very
I'm
popular.
actually rather surprised he's allowed to appear in other Westerns. You think that like the Yellowstone people might want to lock him down for that, but
right.
Haven't there been
he
other
have to pay he wanted to extend something and he used his own money, and then when that divorce came through, it was his estranged wife that was like, no, you can't use that money to produce it because half of it's mine.
Yeah, it got complicated there. The divorce really, really complicated things. I think they're all done with that, ? Or like pretty close to done with that, if they're not already a wrap on the divorce thing. But now he's got a 4-part Western that is coming out. Now, I grew up in a period of time, a.k.a. the 1980s and the 1990s, where Western movies had a big flourishing comeback. Lou Diamond Phillips and all these other guys, they were in all these Western movies. Billy the Kid, Tombstone. They were cranking one out after another. The Western movies of that time were like the comic book movies of now. They just said, ooh, people like the Western that we made. Make another one, make another one, make another one, make another one, which is what they always do with Westerns until they're to spaghetti Western territory. Nobody really cares about it much anymore. But I don't know if there's huge appetite for it right now, though the Yellowstone thing may actually disprove my point. Somebody saying Yellowstone is the best, but that isn't Kevin's doing. It's because of Taylor Sheridan. All his shows are amazing. And I think that they are not exactly on super friendly territory, those two. I think that Costner and Sheridan maybe don't get along fantastically well. Okay. We want to hear from you. Send us your dispatches. Let us know what's going on where you are in this big old world of ours on a Share the Show Tuesday. Here is TD talking about Wendy or Biden. All right?
Hey, guys. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Hey, you're talking about Wendy Williams, but for a second there, I thought you were talking about our president.
Got him.
Bye.
You know what? All right. Old man Biden is king of the oldos, and he's like barely there, right? But you can't compare the two if you've seen any of this, the trailer or anything that's going on. Like Wendy Williams is on another planet entirely. She's not being weird and going to the ice cream shop to mention the latest on the Hamas hostages and whether or not there'll be a deal. She's not like sniffing little girls' hair. She's not like just kind of missing sentences in the paragraphs they're trying to put together. She's not there. She's on another planet entirely. And she used to be not that long ago. And you wouldn't expect it with your age. Biden is an octogenarian. He's in his 80s, for Christ's sake. You expect there to be some mental degradation, maybe not as much as there is, but you expect there to be some. With Wendy Williams, how old's Wendy Williams? Is she in her 50s? Would be my guess. Maybe 54 is a guess. I have no idea, though.
You're not the only person that said that, TD. Somebody's like, they put Biden on TV, and we were asking who's responsible for all this. It says her sister and son were the executive producers.
Oh, that works out. Well, forget what I said earlier. I thought for sure that son was looking out for her.
I thought I had heard something about the son being a positive influence, too, when people were kind of circling around her and circling around the drain.
I think I also saw recently, it was him or a close family member that said that this new diagnosis is like alcohol-induced.
Yeah, I've heard of that being a thing. With this like early onset dementia stuff, there's word that either alcoholism or other drugs can bring that on, which is scary.
Yeah.
That is not fun to think about.
And the amount of people during the Kevin Costner discussion that texted in Waterworld is disappointing, to say the least.
Didn't that movie suck?
Yeah. Do you call it a blockbuster because it costs a lot? Because I know it didn't make a lot. It did cost a lot, and it lost a lot.
Wait, hold on. Cost a lot, lost a lot. Waterworld. Was there ever, or am I in another fever dream? Fever dream Tuesday for me. Was there ever a theme park thing for Waterworld? Was that ever?
I don't know that there was ever like a ride, but there was a giant piece of the set of the floating set of Waterworld that was on display at Universal Studios Florida, in the water, but you could get to it as you're crossing over the bridge that's near Back to the Future, which is now The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Pulling out a theme partner. Super cool Waterworld setup, guys.
Knuckles over
Show
there.
my vagina.
All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Britain has raised the age rating for Mary Poppins because of just one word that apparently did not go down despite the sugar spoonful. Sean Perv Daddy Combs adds another notch to his lawsuit belt. All the Benjamins be like, what's this about? Plus, the most insane story about a band you've never heard of doing something you could never unhear, Dysfunction City. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for your Tuesday. And for the rest of today, we'll expect a beautiful day, pleasant temperatures and plenty of sunshine. Plan for a high of 80 degrees in the Orlando area. As we head into our Wednesday, even warmer temperatures on the way with still a good amount of sunshine and dry time, a high of 83. Shower chances, though, are on the rise just in time for this weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns March 7th through the 10th. Follow your favorite PGA Tour pros as they go for glory. Score a high five at the White Claw Fan Deck. Get groovy at Throwback Thursday, presented by Corksicle. Or embrace your inner foodie at Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Kendall Jackson. For a premium experience, try Orange Grove, complete with all-inclusive food and bar service, including access to the storied Bay Hill Clubhouse. Visit ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life.
For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeart Media can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeart Media can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
My mom is my hero. Growing up, she worked 3 jobs just to save our house.
Those were really hard times, Tommy.
And in 2010, when A1 was struggling, she and my stepdad Bill left their hometown to join me at A1. From day one, all we ever did was take care of customers and treat them like family.
Your mom really taught you how to treat people right.
Call A1 for all your garage door needs, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles lets you choose your perfect duo from your fave 4, like a sausage or egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in the combo. Single item at regular price.
Sunshine came softly through my window today.
Florida truly is the Sunshine State, and it shows in everything we grow. When you shop, choose fresh from Florida.
'Cause I made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I tell you right now.
Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
You can live out your MasterChef dreams when you find a professional on Angie to tackle your dream kitchen remodel. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
Junkie.com, and bam, That's how you can join us with what we call a dispatch. Is just one click away, or maybe two, who knows. Send yours now over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's much appreciated. We'll get to more of those later on in the show. Real quick note for you, just something I want to toss out there. If you listen to this show every day and you appreciate what's going on around here, some of the things that are cooking up behind the scenes, the technology and all that good stuff, if you are somebody who is proficient in Python and Django, if you are skilled at both of those.
All right, so Snake Rattler or Django, the game in which you kind of pull out those little bricks.
Close.
Okay.
It's really close to those things.
Okay.
Django and Python, if you are proficient at both of those, hit me up, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I've got a project I'd like to work with you on. I'll pay you. I'll pay you for your work. Oh. And it's something that could be like a longer-term thing. And if you believe in the show and the stuff that drives the show, then it'll be a perfect fit. So if you are good at that, proficient, you got some time on the side, you want to help, you want to get some extra money, hit me up if you're good at Django and Python at tips, T-I-P-S, at thenewsjunkie.com.
I imagine you want some proof too, right?
Oh, yeah, like if you have a portfolio or anything.
I feel like you're going to get some emails in which people are like, I am really good at Pythons. Let's go.
I can type stuff. I'll be good. I used to make my own MySpace profiles. And okay, well.
I mean, if that's all it takes, then I'm in.
You're good to go. All right, so if you are that, hit me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. There we go. Let's get into it. Here goes nothing. How many times do I have to introduce this?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Okay.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day. Hold up.
Sea-Lane's gone. I don't know where.
Sea-Lane's nowhere to be found. So thank you, Sean, just for doing that little hand dance just now.
He's pooping, right?
He must be.
Come on.
Well, he asked for my my pass.
Oh, really? Okay.
He might have forgotten his phone and can't get back in.
Oh, no.
So there you have it. You know,
catastrophic.
Who's always going to be in, who's always going to be on top of things, is always going to be there for you. It's That Mortgage Guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps some debt consolidation, well, work with the man, the legend, your friend, by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mere 32 years ago, Sean, 1992, a woman by the name of Elizabeth Taylor. You familiar?
Yeah, I know that name.
Well, she celebrated her 60th birthday by doing something that we all wish we could do and will never, ever, ever afford in this lifetime or the next. She closed down freaking Disneyland.
Damn.
I mean, what are the odds? She had a private party by closing down the entirety of Disneyland.
Is that something you think you could,
friends.
Could you pay for it, or do you just have to be a force?
I imagine, a little bit of both. It must have taken a lot. Hey, welcome back.
Oh, my gosh.
You okay?
I tried to text you guys.
Oh.
I
just got it.
I locked myself out.
I
Oh,
knew
you
it.
just got it. You just got it because I just got within range of my phone.
Dang. How'd you get in? Just banged on the door.
I tried looking around for anybody. Nobody was coming. And then I tried signing in and saying I was a guest of one of our office companions. And somebody finally saw my picture, and I looked at the camera and went,
hey.
and they're like, what's your first and last name? I was like, C-Lane, locked out. And then finally I went, well, I rode down with our boss, and he said he was coming down for Uber Eats, so he's got to be back up at some point. And, like, he finally came back up, and as I got in, there was the coworker to...
welcome back.
That is so annoying.
You just missed the intro song with Sean did instead of the lights. Fun dance at his desk.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about Elizabeth Taylor, who completely rented out and shut down Disneyland for her 60th birthday on this day.
Damn.
Now, they say they shared some photos. Disneyparks.disney.go. It was a blog from back in the day. It was the summer of 1973. She posed with 3 of her kids, and then it was on this day that she invited 1,000 friends and well-wishers to have the entire park to herself. Then I printed out this article, and they have the comments still there on the website. That kind of blew my mind a little bit. Two of which, we have Missy, who commented back in 2011, God bless her family and friends. May she rest in peace. She gets to see her loved ones again, even her dear friend Michael Jackson now. But most of all, Jesus.
Okay.
Disney makes everything more special. Your hearts just soar. And then it was Billy's comment that just says, the little boys are cute.
Damn, Billy. Put Billy on a list.
Can someone that works the blog kind of go through those comments a little bit, please?
That might be a decade old, but Billy still needs to be on that list, man.
CNJ Forge on YouTube says closing Disneyland is way more affordable than closing Disney World. And I thought that's the first thing I thought of. It's got to be a lot cheaper in California. But I would be curious to know what the difference in price is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there has to be. That's back in the day, too, though.
Yeah, I once heard that, like, if you wanted to have, like, a corporate event and you wanted to, after hours, reserve an island of Islands of Adventure, $1 million an island.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's start saving the money. We could do it in 30, 70 years.
Sure.
Or maybe we just get in with David Greenbaum, who is now going to replace longtime motion picture production president at Walt Disney Studios. Sean Bailey has stepped down.
See ya.
The company said in a news release. The Walt Disney Studios announced that David David G. has been named president of Disney Live Action and 20th Century Studios, the newly created role. He will report to Disney Entertainment co-chairman Alan Bergman. So prior to the new role, he served as president of Searchlight Pictures, so I think he knows what he's doing. And now he is going to help with all the new productions that we shall see either in the theaters or in Disney+.
By the way, I got this information for us. It says, in 2023, Disney will allow people to rent out the Disney World parks for a full day as a private event. So how much does it cost to rent out Disney World for the day? The cost to do this will run between $2 and $5 million to rent out a Disney World park, depending on the park as well as the time of year.
Park? They make that just in merch in a day, you'd think.
That $2 to $5 million. But I don't think when they say rent out the park, I don't think that's for a full day. I think that's like the park closes a little bit early and you get that 5:30 to 10:30 kind of thing.
I don't know if you'd be able to rent out the park for a full day. Like I don't think they'd let you. They would close for you.
Oh, this says, let's dig into the math. If you rent out a Disney World park for $4 million for 5,000 people, it's a cost of $800 per person. But if you scramble together 20,000 people, that's only $200 per person, which is roughly the cost of a one-day ticket.
All
there
right.
you go.
Get the list together. 20,000 people is all you need. Someone who will not be on that list, unfortunately, is Kenneth Mitchell, because he has passed away.
Oh.
You know who that is?
Rip Kenneth.
No.
Yep. Star Trek star, as well as a Marvel movie. Captain Marvel, to be exact. He has passed away, according to a statement from his family. They announced it via Instagram because that's 2024 for you. Remembering him not only as an actor, but a dedicated family man. He had been battling with ALS for more than 5 years now. And he said that every day was a gift, despite the difficulties he faced with his illness. He was in Nancy Drew, the Astronauts' Wives Club, NCIS, Castle, Criminal Minds, and Grey's Anatomy. I have to say there's more of a personal tie-in. One of my best friends is currently on the Star Trek cruise now. And the first night, everyone was partying in their Star Trek gear. He was often there, wheelchair and all. And I believe he was paraplegic, but he showed up every Star Trek cruise to hang out with everybody and answer questions. This year he's not on there. And then the entire cruise finds out that he passes away. So it went from party to real sad.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I could see that.
49 years old, and the family's asking people to donate to ALS research in his memory.
Do you know what I saw? And it wasn't necessarily related to this story, but this story would be very much the same. I saw that somebody had died, and it says, I forgot who it was. It may well have been that gentleman from Star Trek. And it said, died of natural causes. And I was like, died of natural causes at 48. And then I realized dying of natural, like AIDS is dying of natural causes. Cancer is dying of natural causes.
Right.
Like in my head, I thought dying of natural causes meant you were super, 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 super old and you just died because you were old. No. If you die of anything other than like an accident, like a car accident or you're murdered or that's all.
What if a tree falls on you? Nature caused that.
I think that would be an accident. So like anything that if you got a disease and died, it would be natural causes, which just that's not how a lot of people view it in their head, or at least not me.
This guy right here.
Puff Daddy. P. Diddy.
P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs has just been sued, and we'll add that to the list, this time by a man that's claiming the mogul sexually assaulted him.
Okay.
We got a bunch of updates as of last night and this morning, but in the legal docs, they say Rodney Jones, former producer and videographer for Puff Daddy Diddy, claims that he repeatedly sexually assaulted him and subjected him to unwanted advances by associates of Diddy at his direction and discretion.
Yeah, both of them.
Puff Daddy said, go sexually assault him, and that's what happened. He claims Diddy, among others, would grope Jones' genitals, touch his anus. He would go on to allege Diddy would parade him around naked in front of everybody. One of those people is allegedly, Cuba Gooding Jr. That was also part of this lawsuit. And on Diddy's yacht, allegedly, Cuba began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones' legs, upper inner thighs, near his groin, small of his back, near his buttocks, and his shoulders.
That's what I was starting to say, like when we were talking about Wendy Williams and how she was like super controversial as a radio. They called her a shock jock on her Wikipedia page, but she was talking about how there's a lot of rappers that are gay, and then she got suspended for like posting on her website a doctored photo of Puff Daddy banging another man.
Okay.
Yikes. Oh, we'll see. This is a $30 million lawsuit, and Diddy's attorney, Sean Holy, says that Justin Combs categorically denies these absurd allegations. They are all lies, clear example of a desperate person taking desperate measures in hopes of a payday. They say his reckless name-dropping about events are pure fiction, simply did not happen. We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that these claims are complete lies. So we shall see how
But
it all
to
goes
say
down.
the least, there have been several, right? At this point, we could say several accusations
One
against
of which
Puffy?
he settled. That was the first
All right.
that kind of kicked it off. That was
Yeah.
with Cassie, I believe.
And that doesn't mean that he was guilty of it, but sometimes it might look that way because he saw that he was going to get screwed in that case and maybe just said, let me pay up real quick.
Another case in the courtroom revolves this band.
The Eagles.
Eagles is right. And Don Henley, currently in court in New York, for the criminal trial of 3 men accused of illegally possessing 100 pages of handwritten lyrics that he says are his. Belong to Donnie Boy. Now, he was on the stand, and he faced questions about his arrest in 1980 after a 16-year-old prostitute suffered an overdose at his house.
Is that illegal? Is that too against the law of all
Don
the
Henleys?
things that we litigate in this world of ours? Jesus.
Yeah, can you believe it, John?
So she was 16.
Yes.
It was a drug overdose.
Yeah.
And
keep in mind, the prosecution, they were on Henley's side. They brought it up for some reason. They were trying to get ahead of the defense, which was going to question him about it anyways. Don said he called a sex worker to, quote, escape the depression in following the Eagles breakup that year. But he also added, and this is the best part, I made a poor decision, which I regret to this day. I had to live with it for 44 years, and I'm still living with it today in this courtroom. Poor decision. He also noted that they didn't have sex. He was the one who called the firefighters to help her once she was having an overdose. 16-year-old prostitute as his house. So, was there not a song about this woman as well?
Hotel California?
Lines?
Yeah.
So, we'll see how that goes down.
Twitchy woman?
This movie right here, if you're in Britain, shout out to all our UK listeners. Hello. And if you want to watch this movie...
Mary Poppins.
What were you going to say, Sean?
Doubtfire.
Okay.
I mean...
Hello. That's not the right answer. It was Mary Poppins. And
That's
I guess
Harry Poppins.
it's not as wholesome as it used to be because British censors have changed the age rating from U, which is equivalent to G, to PG. So G to PG.
Ooh.
Yeah, all because of one word. And get the dump button ready. All right?
All right, I'm
you
ready
really
for
don't
this.
have to. The one word is Hottentots.
What did you just say?
That's right, Hottentots. It's a derogatory term originally used by Europeans to refer to certain people in Southern Africa. I wish I would have read that.
You already said it.
I thought for
it sounds
sure-
like something you'd get
It
like an
sounds like-
Arby's drive-through. It sounds like a food item.
I thought it was going to be like a body part. Like, look at that. Those Hottentots on her.
Hottentots?
There's some big Hottentots.
Hold on.
Sounds like boobs, okay? And I do apologize because I
I
did
think
not
it sounds
realize
like the thing Sean was saying.
it was originally. But the character Admiral Boom uses it twice to refer to chimney sweeps whose faces are covered in black soot.
Yeah, well.
And so there you have it. Now it's PG.
Oh, so they were like, you look like a bunch of Hottentots. I see. All right. Yeah.
It's kind of bad. So, whoopsie. And finally, I've run out of time, but I will give you the boob tube. And Sean, I will give you this crazy story about the metal band because this is absolutely a discussion-worthy piece on the boob tube. We've got The Voice, blind auditions, series premiere of Shogun on FX on Hulu, 10 episodes about a feudal warlord in Japan.
Yes.
The streaming premiere of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom on Max. We have a stand-up special, Chappelle's home team, Donald Rawlings, A New Day. And you can also catch FBI, FBI International, and FBI Most Wanted on the channels that they are on. Jennifer Hudson, and David Cross will be on Kimmel, and you follow your dreams. And me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And stay with me, Mara.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
I feel so uncomfortable about what just happened with the Mary Poppins story.
What, the Hottentots?
I mean, I Googled the word. And
I do apologize.
It says racial term.
I should have Googled myself.
Just because
I
you
just looked
said-
at the word and it looked sexual. I'm sorry.
Just because you said a racial term does not make it racist. There's a big difference
I'm
between
not
the
a
two of
racist
those.
person. I'm not.
You are a little bit, but...
Okay, Jesus Christ, Sean. I am not racist at all.
Peisenberg just
can't be
text me
sure.
the lyrics to Twitchy Woman.
I really don't care for the radio bit of me being racist because I am not racist, and
I'm not saying you're racist for realsies, but you're super scared about being racist. You like
I would not like to be racist. Yeah, 1,000% who wouldn't be.
Like, being labeled as racist is like one of your.
I think it
seems
should
like
be
fears.
everyone's greatest fear. No one should be racist. Racism is bad, and I hate racism.
No. Being racist should be something that you do everything you can to avoid.
Right.
Not just somebody saying that you are. You know in your heart of hearts that you're not racist.
But I want everyone's hearts to know that I am not racist.
Also, I don't know that most people would understand what a Hottentot is. I didn't hear that until today. Okay, so I went
never use it again.
All of them years. And BDMX Con says it's not hot, the letter N, and then tots. That really sounds like something going to drive through.
Yeah,
that's
like something
definitely-
they serve at Moon Cricket Grill. That's
yeah, right. That's when you're in that territory. Okay, we've got some emails for you or from you that we should answer, I guess. And when we return, there is a basketball team that is trying to change the whole world of basketball. And of course, that's on the radar today. What's happening? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
Hey, what's happening? I hope you have a smooth and safe drive right now, and we are still seeing some delays on the major highways and roads of Orlando, including one due to a closure caused by an incident northbound on the Greenway that's approaching Florida's Turnpike. Also near that incident on Landstar Boulevard near the Greenway, there is a roadblock that's at Pinnacle Cove. Give yourself a little extra time there. Your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535. And remember, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number if you have a tip, 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Going stir crazy with your pet? Invisible Fence brand works in any weather so you can stay warm while your dog gets their energy out in the yard. Their local pet experts work with you to create a customized solution tailored to fit your pet. Learn more about how pets like yours gain independence at InvisibleFence.com.
Find your new career. The Florida Jobs Now Job Fair, March 13th at the Orlando Science Center. More info at FLJobsNow.com.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman Lind and the Under Oath podcast. Here's some more free advice. After you get into a car accident or experience any other injury, you cannot imagine what the insurance companies will do to fight your claim. They will go through your social media accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other site you post on. They will use photos of you smiling to suggest you were not injured, that your life has not been impacted, all to avoid paying your medical expenses. Be careful when you post online. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
The hit true crime podcast Paper Ghosts is back with a haunting mystery in the shadows of the Ozarks. Season 4 unravels a darkly intriguing cold case from 1989 as a community continues to search for answers about a missing girl, various suspects, and a potential connection to BTK.
It's gone from, okay, we don't think something's quite right, to there's some worry going on now because now we've found some of her clothing.
Listen to Paper Ghosts on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is that a horse?
Actually, it's a wild stallion. Since Navy Federal Credit Union's Platinum Card made it easier to tame our holiday debt, I wanted to see if I could tame something else.
Uh-huh.
Help me saddle up. I need to pick the kids up from school.
With a low intro APR on balance transfers, the Platinum Credit Card lets you take control of your debt. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/Platinum offer. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Life is too short to let allergy and sinus issues hold you back. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, we understand the impact these challenges can have on your life. Imagine a life free from constant sneezing, itchy eyes, and sinus headaches. Our expert team provides comprehensive allergy testing and personalized treatment plans, ensuring your specific needs are addressed. Simple relief, better life. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Visit AspireAllergy.com to schedule an appointment. AspireAllergy.com. And tackle your allergies head on.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at OurRealSuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Orlando? We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Orlando for free. That's right. We'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. Orlando's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Discover the simple steps developed by Joe Arias, one of real estate's greatest rags to riches stories. You'll learn to flip properties and secure rental properties without using your own money and in your spare time. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in Orlando and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row.
And you can email me at any time. Send over links or just whatever you got on your mind. That's fine. If you want to be anonymous, put that right up on top of the email. Otherwise, I'll probably ignore it. So tips at thenewsjunkie.com is how you can email the show, just like this one from Laureen. And it says, Wendy's, I don't think this is going to go over well for them. Now, she's, of course, talking about this surge pricing that Wendy's is going to start doing, which seems weird for like fast food places to do surge pricing. And I saw Elon Musk was like, I'm pretty sure this is going to make on average food cheaper at Wendy's. I seriously doubt that.
Yeah,
I seriously doubt that. The whole goal is to raise more revenues, and he's saying you can lower labor costs with this, but I don't see that happening. I see them finding the optimal times and raising the price to the maximum, and finding the suboptimal times and slightly lowering the amount that stuff costs so that you can keep it busy throughout the entire day, right? That's the goal here. That's what's happening. And it's not going to be a whole bunch of people who are making this food anyways. All these fast food workers, now that people want $20 an hour for all of them, they're all going to be fired eventually. You'll have like one person that's going to be in charge. It's just how it's going to go. So you have surge pricing, one person, and a field of robots.
That's pretty much the crystal by my house. I don't know that there's any more than one person there on a regular basis. Yeah.
Man.
I think so. I don't know. There maybe there's somebody else in the back, or there's another section of the kitchen doing stuff, but
you should ask next time you go. How many people you got working there? Huh?
Is he all robots? All right. It says, I don't think it's going to go over well for them. How is that not price gouging? With Uber, it costs more because they have to pay the driver more because they'll be stuck in traffic, etc. The drivers still get screwed, I'm sure. You're getting the same flipping burger at noon than 2 p.m. I don't think that works. You're getting the same ride in an Uber.
No. I think this all boils down to price gouging is only a thing that's illegal when in a state of emergency, right?
Yeah. Price gouging is okay in other fields. It's just like we've accepted that it's a thing. Because if you stretch this out a little bit, couldn't you say that booking of flights and booking of cruises and other things like that. Hotel rooms. Yeah, it's like, although it's the same model. It's the same exact thing.
And for hotel rooms, they always have that little placard on the door that says that there is a price that they cannot go over, right?
Yeah.
Which you should always look for if you've paid a ridiculous amount for a hotel room, because then you can get some money back.
Like, just for example, if it was around the Daytona 500, it was a hotel in Daytona, Florida, they have to list, here's the max we could charge for this room, because otherwise they'll just go bananas with it, and they don't want that to happen. They said, just walked into Publix after you talked about this and saw this headline. Pretty witty, I'd say. Also, I want to throw out there that I use the McDonald's app for after baseball practices sometimes when I can't cook, and they have really good deals on there. Love you guys, says Laureen. Yes, they do.
What's the headline?
I don't know. He's talking about the headline of the Wendy's thing, I guess. But the McDonald's app absolutely does have good deals. There's no doubt about that in my mind. It's just that I see the future, and I see that there's going to be fewer employees, and the model is going to change drastically. Though, when I just went to White Castle, there was a lot of people working back there.
Yeah, but that place is churning out.
Yeah.
That area where the White Castle is like a destination thing there.
Yeah, and what I dug was I went to White Castle, I went to Portillo's, and I went to Raising Cane's. And all three of those places, if you don't know, are very popular kind of like destination restaurants where if you were from Minnesota, I don't know if they have In-N-Outs, and you went to Las Vegas or Los Angeles, you might make it a point to visit an In-N-Out location because you can't get one where you are. All the places that I just mentioned are like that, and they're very, very busy. But I will tell you, despite all the nonsense that you hear on a fairly regular basis, all of the young employees who were working at all three of those fast food establishments, everybody was working their asses off. Everybody was like efficient. Everybody was doing the right thing. And it was like, I love that. I love to see a place where there's good management. Management is everything. If you have a local Burger King, like I do, or maybe like a local McDonald's or something, where you go, this is unlike the others. It doesn't work the same way. What's going on here? The quality is not as good at this place. It's almost always because of management. It's not because of the employees who often get the blame. If the employees suck, it's because the management sucks. Management at one of these places, these are the only people making any money. I'll tell you again, if you are the manager, and generally there's only one of them at like a 7-Eleven, and a lot of times, to be absolutely clear, those people are the folks who own the place so they can save that money. But if you have a 7-Eleven, the manager at those places can make $70,000, $80,000 a year, even more. If you go and work at a place like Buc-ee's pays really good money to people who work there.
Yeah, and they're very open about it. They got the little sandwich board outside that says, we're hiring and we'll pay assistant managers $150,000 or something like that.
But that money goes to the assistant managers and the managers. And if you go into the place and it sucks, it's because of those people. I don't expect that the 16-year-old girl who is behind the counter and is on her first week is going to perfectly be able to execute the job. That's why you need the assistant managers and managers to make the place run like a top. You can tell a place immediately if everybody's working their ass off, that place has good management. That place has a good manager who is on top of things. If not, it's because management is asleep at the wheel, and it happens a lot. Tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, and Steven emails. He says, Sean, first off, I hope you, Sabrina, and Celine had a great time at Fritz's wedding. Indeed, we did. It was a blast and a beautiful event. Maybe you will read this or not, but I experienced something weird when I was in college concerning 9/11. To set the stage, I was in my second year of college.
Okay.
I thought he was going to say he experienced something weird at Fritz's wedding.
No. In his defense, we were talking about conspiracy theories that you actually believe.
Correct.
One day while Sabrina was out. I think it was on Friday. Maybe we will read this or not, but I experienced something weird when I was in college concerning 9/11. To set the stage, I was in my second year of college at Winthrop University in South Carolina, just south of Charlotte. And I was a creature of habit. I would study late at the business center, then go to the corner store that was open 24 hours a day. And you could sell beer and wine all the time except Sunday. So I would go get some beer and go home. This corner store was owned by a sweet couple from Pakistan, and they never closed, even though we had been through 2 major ice or snowstorms. Well, what brings me to send you this is the day before 9/11, I had been studying for a test and went to the store as always. And it was closed and all the lights were off. The next morning, we all know what happened, 9/11. The reason I bring this up is that I continued to live in that area and go to this place, same spot for like 8 years, and they never closed even when his wife gave birth, and again, multiple storms with power outages because they had a generator. My conspiracy is that maybe there was some sort of message that went out to individuals in the U.S. from those certain parts of the world that something was going to happen. Again, hope you had all the fun of the wedding. I hope C-Lane is the one in the pool at the end of the night. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, says Steven. So was there a secret message sent to all the Pakistani people?
Warning.
Well, I have to stop you there because I don't know why the Pakistanis would get an alert when almost all of the suicide bombers on 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia, despite the fact that, we went into Afghanistan and Iraq afterwards. There were people who certainly were celebrating after 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell you that this isn't true. They'll tell you that this is a conspiracy theory.
We
but it's
saw it.
Absolutely
We saw it on the
proven.
news.
Yeah, but there's all kinds of people who go, actually, that was in the Middle East. No, there were people, there are police reports about it in several spots in New Jersey, small gatherings of people who were celebrating the 9/11 attacks before they were dispersed by the police. The big gatherings, however, were in places like Palestine, the Gaza Strip, or in the West Bank. They were in places like Afghanistan and Pakistan and various places throughout the Middle East where there were large gatherings of people who absolutely were celebrating 9/11. But was there some big heads up for all the Muslim folks? Hey, Pakistani folks, for some reason, let's tell you about 9/11. Well, that doesn't make a lot of truth, or it doesn't make a lot of sense, rather, because there were people of that descent who died in the attacks to begin with. I guess they just didn't get the message. No, that one doesn't add up.
Inbox was full.
Yeah, sorry. Bounced away. Didn't get it. Christina says to tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. Not sure if anybody else has reached out, but you did bring it back up on the show today, so I wanted to reach out to you. You need to check the commercial for that Deal or No Deal Island. I thought it was fake when I saw it, she said.
Oh.
It isn't Deal or No Deal in Paradise. It's Deal or No Deal, Fear Factor, or Survivor. I don't know if I'm going to check it out or not, but seriously, why? I'm not reaching into a box of snakes to grab a money case. It just looks crazy, and I can't imagine how it all ties together. Love the show and can't wait to see everybody at Just Okay 8, says Christine. I don't know. I didn't see the trailer. I just heard Sabrina say that it was coming up on TV.
Yeah,
and...
it's the ex of Sofia Vergara, I believe, that's hosting
that
it.
guy? All right, yeah.
I know he was in Magic Mike, and that's all I really know about it.
And it's some kind of Deal or No Deal mixed with Fear Factor, mixed with Survivor, because everybody's flat out of ideas. That's what it would seem to be. All right, I got to get into this story about this basketball team that has decided to flip the whole basketball world on its head. How? Well, wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
You got to get it that caper, and the caper's basically like a telephone pole, right? And you got to get that thing straight up. And you get it straight up and get your fingers under it. I know I can lift it. That's what she said, but I just can't get it
wrong with you describing this right.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is safe and smooth on the major highways and roads of Orlando. A mostly clear traffic flow. A right lane is blocked, however, due to a disabled vehicle that's westbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. And, of course, your usual delay eastbound approaching State Road 535. And at this time, also, the off-ramp is partially blocked westbound from I-4 towards State Road 46. So take note of that. And remember, if you have a tip, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Marco's Pizza. Marco's just dropped their new Pizzoli. 4 fully loaded melty handhelds baked in fresh dough. In flavors like pepperoni or chicken bacon ranch. Goes for just $5.99 for a limited time. So go try Marco's new Pizzoli today. Use code Pizzoli. Limited time only. Participation may vary. See store for details.
Paid for by government.com. Here's your chance to get 5 iconic United States silver dollars spanning the last 150 years in one amazing set. Experts agree this is a must-have for silver coin buyers. That's right, all 5 silver dollars are legal tender official United States mint coins. If you call 1-800-386-7194 right now, we'll send you this ultimate 5-piece American silver dollar set with each silver coin in extremely fine or brilliant uncirculated condition. Guaranteed. This set includes every type of U.S. silver dollars in American history, issued from 1878 to 2024. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 150 years of U.S. silver dollars 5-piece set. Plus, receive a bonus display case, an information booklet, and free shipping. Don't miss your chance. Call 1-800-386-7194 now to secure your 5-piece set of iconic U.S. silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-386-7194.
It may be cool and comfortable right now, but before you know it, Florida's intense summer sunshine will be beating down on us and our homes. And if you're tired of watching the sun ruin your furniture and make the inside feel like a sauna, it's time to replace your old windows with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. Every single window is custom built with your specs in mind, your hardware choices, styles, look, and feel of your specialty windows. Renewal by Andersen has a great offer to help you get started too. Now through the month of February, buy 4 windows and or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. They're locally owned and operated, and everything is made in the USA. Renovations can be scary, but Renewal by Andersen can make it easy. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go to rbafla.com for complete details. License number CGC 1527613.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
History is beautiful, brutal, and often ridiculous. Join me, Ben Bullitt,
and me, Noel Brown, as we dive into some of the strangest stories from across the span of human civilization in Ridiculous History.
Whether we're exploring the accidental invention of hold music,
or how people used to rent pineapples, join us to hear the many ways history can be oh so ridiculous.
Listen to Ridiculous History on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you find your favorite podcast.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along.
Now, join us on the show. Time to talk about some basketball, friends. Why? Because that's what we do around here. We know sports, friends. There's nobody better at it. We know our sports inside and out, upside and down, right side and wrong.
We dream of them, that's for sure.
That's right. Always. I dream in sports and nothing else. Mm-hmm. And I saw this story, and I want to go back before we go forward here. So I want to go back to young Sabrina in high school, middle school.
Play the sound, please.
All right, let me bring you back. And I'll use a little magic here to bring Sabrina back to, we're going middle school, like 7th and 8th grade. Here goes nothing. All right. Boom! You're back in middle school again.
Hey, what's up?
Was there ever a point in your life that you remember when you were like 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade around then, where because of the fact that girls go through growth spurts before guys do, you were taller than a lot of the guys that were at the school you were at? Was there ever a point where you, like, what grade would you think that happened in?
That I would say, I mean, it really depends.
I'm trying to figure out what the perfect grade is where, like, the girls in the class actually would have an advantage over the guys. Maybe not in height, but close. It would be a lot closer because girls go through that growth spurt.
4th, 5th grade, even 6th grade,
really?
You would say. I mean, my very first boyfriend, Joey, was significantly shorter than me.
Right.
Where he had to have his friend lift him up for our first pop kiss.
It's a weird time.
It is worth mentioning he did end up having some sort of thing with him where he ended up staying that tiny.
Oh, yeah, like a pituitary issue or something.
But yeah, it wasn't really until like we were in 9th, 10th grade that you saw puberty hit for a lot of the boys. But there were tall boys in 7th and 8th grade.
Mostly you have the girls going through puberty earlier, 1 to 2, maybe even 3 sometimes, years earlier. And the girls sprout up and they become taller than at least some of the guys in the class. And the girls are much more mature at those younger ages. Like, I would argue that a 16, 17-year-old girl is far more mature than a 16, 17-year-old guy. It's because they start to come around and go through these growth spurts and emotionally grow a little bit quicker. They're still kids, but it's just like a bit of a change there. All right, I bring all of this up for a reason. Tammy says, isn't Sabrina like 5 feet tall? No, Sabrina's
that is
not
so
like
sweet.
5 feet
I'm
tall.
actually 6'2".
She's not 6'2".
5'6".
But what? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Pretty
about
average.
5'6". And Courtney, she told me like she started developing breasts at a younger age.
Oh, your pillow talk is strange.
And she was telling me how all of a sudden there were all of her friends, their parents didn't want her to hang out with the kids because like she was developing faster.
Oh, that's not fair.
It's a thing. It's a thing that happens, I guess. And the
Can't
parents
distract
will be like,
the boys.
well, no, it's not even that. Like they'll think that if you have a daughter, okay, and your daughter hasn't necessarily gone through those same changes, and another girl that she hangs out with has, at least at that time they'd be like, "Oh, she's a slut. She got boobs." It's like, wait, what? And they would say like, "You can't hang around her. She wears a bra. She has boobs. You know, like she has matured faster than you." And absolutely, that's the thing that not just from Courtney, that I've heard from other people too, where if you developed a little faster, you got ostracized. If you were tall,
I wonder if part of it was like, you know, because the girls that weren't developing were having like issues with it, like having like but they felt like they were dealt a bad hand.
Well, I know that happens for guys too. I got to tell you, I don't know how much you'll like me telling this story.
I know
but
I wasn't allowed to hang around with the dudes with the big dongs.
It's a little different for guys. But I remember Dylan approaching me and like going, "I have to talk to you, Dad." And he was really upset. And he's like, "I'm like the shortest kid in my school." And he said, I don't know what to do. Am I going to get taller? And he was maybe in 8th grade or 9th grade at the time. And I said, yeah, of course you're going to get taller. I said, you haven't gone through your second growth spurt. No,
He's
did.
still 3 feet tall.
He was a chunkster for a little while. He was a short chunkster, and he was so worried that he was always going to stay like that he got upset about it. And he was like, am I ever going to get bigger? Am I ever going to get taller? And I said, of course you will. And now he's taller than me. I don't know how tall he is. Maybe like 6'1" or 6'2" or something. He's taller than I am for sure. But that's like a weird crossover time. I bring all that up to address this story in a different way than you might at face value. And that is all about a basketball team in Kentucky, Northern Kentucky, in fact, NKY. And they said a Northern Kentucky girls basketball team went 7 wins and 1 loss playing in a boys division. but they won't be competing at the regional end-of-season tournament. The team says they were banned from participating because they're girls. The organizing league says there was more to it than that. So let's see. Let's go into it. I've got WCPO. This is ABC in Kentucky, Channel 9, and they're talking about this girls basketball team. They say we were banned from playing against the boys because we were beating them too bad. And let's see. Let's tune in.
Deception and violating league rules. It is what Southwestern Ohio basketball is saying about the organizers of Next Level Academy out of Wilder, who registered their 6th grade girls basketball team in the boys division.
Now, the team says they weren't allowed to play in the end of the season tournament because they were girls. But the league says they lied about who they were prior to playing in the winter league.
All right, so we got like a he said, she said thing. And they're going, maybe you don't want us in the tournament because we keep kicking your ass, boys. We're 7-1 up on you. And we would win in the tournament, so you guys don't want us there anymore. Which is sort of the inverse of the argument you hear about, like, the trans stuff or just with men and women's sports, clashing to begin with. Which is why I bring up, is this at that level where, because I think these girls are in 7th or 8th grade. And in 7th or 8th grade... Oh, no. This is Erica Hallman is a basketball director at Next Level Academy in Wilder and also coaches the 6th grade team at the center of this decision. So, C-Lane, can you look up average height by sex in 6th grade? I know that's a weird thing to look up, but I just want to see if
the
there's
internet has the answer.
If there's a spot there where the girls are actually on average larger than the boys.
According to Quora, which I don't know how.
I never believe Quora.
Anybody can answer something on Quora. 59 inches for girls, 58 for boys.
I have an answer from Children's Wisconsin.
That seemes more likely to be true than the Quora
I need
thing.
Children's United States of America.
Yeah, well, we're just going to do it from Wisconsin, even though we're super happy to just be here. 12 years old, females 55 to 64 inches, males 54 to 63.5 inches.
Oh, wow. So this is the age then. This is what we were talking about, where there is a statistical advantage, at least height-wise, for the girls, and it changes after that. Like, previous to that, which is, like, all this stuff can get very complicated with boys and girls sports. But previous to this, like, 6th grade point, there's not really huge advantages, okay? Because, like, kids are kids. And a young boy who's, like, 6 or 7 years old can be every bit as good or as strong as a young girl and vice versa, right? Then you hit this sort of weird crossover period in 6th grade where, in terms of basketball, it would look like the girls could have a minor advantage height-wise and otherwise over the boys. And then after this, you're going to see, in almost every case, the boys eclipsing, on average, the height of the girls, and you're going to see that advantage reverse a little bit. So that may be one of the things that's going on here. Or maybe the boys just suck at basketball.
I think that might be the case.
They were losing 7-1, or this team was 7-1 playing in this boys division.
What's the go-to? Well, it's just not fair, all right? They're taller than us. I'm like, but you kind of suck at basketball too, huh?
Maybe they do. They said, man, our girls can compete with the boys any day of the week, but the league is saying they were dishonest, yada, yada, yada. Let's see what else we can learn here.
But we certainly weren't hiding anything. We were, again, very proud of our girls and very bold about it.
Next Level Academy co-director Larry McGraw is pushing back against the allegations that they deceived the league.
WCPO 9 News anchor Brett Bagansky is live in Wilder. All right, Brett.
Damn, the school has a
huge gym. They did say they intentionally checked male when it came to registering their female team.
That's absolutely the case. So this is where we are right now. This is where Next Level practice is.
Where are we?
This is where they get ready for their tournament. To play against the guys. They wanted to compete with them all year, and they said they had been competing against the boys since September of last year. But speaking with Larry, he was saying it wasn't until about a week and a half ago where he got messages from the league office saying that there was a problem.
Oh, yeah, so that's an interesting point here. All right, so let's say that all of what we heard is true, that these girls on this 6th grade team had lied and checked the box that they were boys so they could compete against all these boys basketball teams. Well, why wouldn't that have been made incredibly obvious in the first game that they played against the boys? Right? The first game, you'd be like, well, that's a bunch of girls. Those are a bunch of little girls that are playing against these boys. But no, they let them play 8 games. So you would have known that there was some lying going on because for 8 games, they played the boys, and the boys even won 1 game against the girls. But why all of a sudden?
Once they lost, now there's a problem.
It wasn't even about once they lost. Well, I mean, I don't know when that first loss went down, but the first loss for the girls wouldn't be the problem. It would be like a win for the girls that would be a problem for the boys. But the problem seems to have been when they got to the tournament, because they didn't want to lose this tournament to a girls' team. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, you checked this box, you did this, you did that. That seems to be where this issue came in. And I don't know what the fight is over this other than that. They said they used to play against the boys all the time. They weren't banned from playing. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember how exactly that went. I think, tell me if this is your experience as well. When I was little in middle school, I think everybody played together. Like if we played kickball at school and stuff, I'm almost positive all the kids played together. You didn't like separate or anything.
If it was like a recess.
Recess, yes. When I played, not within my school, when I played basketball in school, middle school, it was like girls team and a boys team, JV and varsity. And then when I was part of like the recreational league in the neighborhood I didn't live in, but we used the fake address.
Nice.
That was a boys and girls team for quite some time.
Okay. So you have you got a mix of
I was the
things.
only girl on the team, but I got to play with them.
Yeah. And that works for a lot of other leagues too, I think, right? Like there's nothing preventing a woman from competing on a college football team, correct? And I don't believe that there's anything.
So long as the local news can cover it, okay?
Well, they would cover it. They go nuts for that stuff. They're like, female breaking into the college football team, going to be successful.
She's just a good kicker, all right? Well,
usually it does tend to be a kicker. I don't know why that's all.
She played soccer, and now she's bored because soccer season's over. It's the same thing for decades.
It does. It does tend to be a lot of kickers. But there's nothing stopping women from competing on that like collegiate level in football, at least, I would think. I could be wrong. If you know more about sports, which is all of you, do hit me up with a correction, which I'm sure you're all too happy to give, over at thenewsjunkie.com. Arya Shadowblade says, I was the only girl on a T-ball team. I think it built character. That's right. We did have boys and girls on our T-ball team. Now? I don't believe so, but I'll let her clarify.
I had a T-ball set, but I don't remember ever there being like a team. Like, oh, you can join this T-ball team.
Oh, they didn't let you join?
You just had a set and you played by yourself at home?
Never meant that. Well, the T-ball,
sad.
T-ball's actually kind of perfect for that. No, but I don't remember there ever being like the opportunity to join a T-ball team.
Is that what your parents told you?
No.
Maybe might be worth checking.
I mean, I played on a T-ball team, so there's no reason the C-Lane wouldn't have played on a T-ball team. Because
what he just told us that there was not an opportunity to play.
I don't know what your parents were telling you. Maybe they wanted to save your rep or something.
There's no T-ball team, C-Lane. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all the spots are taken up.
I think it was the school. They just didn't have it.
The school didn't have it. But what about the extracurriculars? Like, not even extracurriculars, not just school, but the leagues in town.
I never did any of that stuff.
You didn't do any of them?
No.
Oh, you were so engrossed in karate at the time, I guess. That you.
I mean, it's one of the things I did.
And AV Club. Don't forget that.
That was at school.
Okay.
Yeah. That was his big thing.
And look at the show now. I think it looks really good because of your experience with AV.
Well, our T-ball team as a show is not going to be great, though. Like we just won't stack up. We've only got one person with any skill, and it's Sabrina, who's been on multiple softball teams.
And I've really hurt myself in the past. So I don't know for sure how good I'd be at this point.
And I'll tell you this: if we ever had to play against other radio shows, I'm trying to think of what would be our best bet.
Fun.
Because I'm telling you, basketball wouldn't be it. I am really, really bad at basketball.
We could just drink them all under the table.
That we would win. We got that all day long. I mean, there's not a radio show in the country that we wouldn't absolutely mop the floor with there.
And we're doing station versus station?
No, show versus show, station for everybody, every show for themselves. And we got to go after.
I don't know. Does Artie Lang still have a radio show? Because if he comes out of sobriety, he might be like.
No, but he's still a sports guy, though. He still knows about sports, so he must be able to do something out there.
Oh, we'd suck at golf. I know that.
Pickleball didn't work out for me. I tried that one out. It's just somebody says hula hoop contest.
Absolutely not.
Hoop contest ain't gonna work for me.
Push-ups,
Push-ups, I'm way too far behind that one. I got a lot of work to do. Got my weights, though. Got my 15-pound weights.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to start at those 10s.
Are you just curling up, or are you doing, you're also doing these things, the lift? Hand down lift?
How honest do you want me to be with you about this?
The people want you to be.
Haven't taken the shrink wrap off of them, have you?
No, I have. And yesterday I started to do my first exercises. And Courtney's like, you want me to show you some exercises? She's already like, her arms are ripped and stuff. She works out hours every single day.
She bench presses Sean.
And I'm too heavy for that, but she's definitely like pound for pound way stronger than me, right? And every time she says, I'll show you some exercises or some like lifts you can do, it makes me feel so tiny as a man that I'm like,
well, you should ask her though, because if you do it wrong, it'll suck. You don't.
So
you won't get the results you want, Sean.
Yesterday I started with the 15-pound weights, and I started doing just do the traditional.
You went from
curls.
0 to 15 pounds.
Yeah, because it's the right weight for me. I could tell when I pick it up. It's like a bowling ball. I'm like, yeah, I could probably do 50 of these right now if I wanted to. So maybe that's like the right amount of weight that I should have.
Okay.
So I could. You don't believe me? I'm honest with you about everything else. Why would I not be honest about this? I could rip off 50 bangers right now with those.
Go and grab them, and we'll take this to the test.
I could probably
put it
do
to
that.
the test. Take
50
the
might
test,
have been a higher number than I should have thrown out. But anyways, so then I go, well, I got to do some other ones. I can't just do these curly dealies. And so I did the drop down by your side, lift a couple of those drop downers, as I call them.
The arm ones, like out.
No, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Yeah, that's a little advanced beyond me. And then I tried the pusher uppers, and I put the 15-pound weights in my hands, and I pushed them upwards towards the sky. And I did about. I
can see you're just shaking doing that motion.
Oh,
that must have been tough.
I'm putting some acting in, so you can see what I'm doing here. And I did that 20 times. Immediately, my butt started hurting.
Your butt?
I have no idea. Okay. My butt started hurting
because it's probably very clenched during the.
I don't know.
thing.
Like, can you over clench your butt?
Yeah, absolutely.
While lifting weight, I don't know what it was. Immediately, I was like, "Oh,
my
something
butt.
About
oh no,
something about what I was doing didn't work out for me." I was like, "Oh, I think I pulled a butt thing,"
You'd
which
be amazed. I mean, the butt muscles easily pulled all the time.
The gluteus maximus, or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but I think I pulled something. Like right in the center of my butt. It wasn't good. They're all making fun of me for saying pusher uppers. I don't know what they're called. I don't know the name of any of these things yet. I'm ripping my weights.
We have yet to hear from a listener who's a personal trainer that could perhaps, shout out and help us out so that we can get swole.
Now they're busy personal training right now.
All I have is curls, droppers, and pusher uppers. Those are the ways I refer to them, at least at the moment. And I'm moving. Rachel says Sean's body is like, what the hell is happening here?
My butt.
It could be that. The butt had to compensate for the shoulders not doing the work. I'm working on all this stuff. I'm going to be so jacked, though. Before you know it, my God. Just the height, peak fitness, maybe. All right, when we come back, we're going to get to you plus jury duty. We're running a little bit behind, but we'll get all caught up. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Got an iPhone? Sweet. Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Progressive Insurance.
As we inch closer to the draft, it appears Justin Fields is closer to being dealt to a new team. Fields has scrubbed all things Chicago off his social media, what young players do now. Trade talks in the works. His passing numbers, the same as last year, flat. Running numbers, actually gone down. The Bears did their part. They gave Fields some nice pieces, but 3 years in, at this point, he's just not good enough to keep. I'm Colin Calvert.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Every parent wants their child to find happiness in whatever path they choose. Florida Prepaid has a plan to help you support them by affordably and confidently saving for college. Our 529 prepaid plans start at just $34 a month, and you have peace of mind knowing that when you lock in 2024 prepaid plan prices, your payment will never go up. It's inflation-proof and further proof that it's the best way to ensure the brightest future. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Find your plan today.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. At New South Window, we bring the factory to you.
Our windows and doors are made with quality in mind, and your products and installation are backed by our lifetime warranty. That's because New South Window knows the importance of single source accountability. We believe in removing the middleman so you get more for your money. This is real factory direct. One company, one call, guaranteed for life. Get New South proud.
For a limited time only, when you buy more, you can save more. Visit newsouthwindow.com to learn more.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. Are you still on the fence about owning gold? It's time to pull the trigger with the Oxford Gold Group and buy gold and silver. Nobody can predict the future, but we can't put our head in the sand either. The Oxford Gold Group are the pros. They make owning gold and silver simple and easy to understand. Call Oxford Gold Group right now, and you may qualify for up to $10,000 in free precious metals. Call 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
McDonald's McCafe iced coffee wakes you up like the perfect song. The 100% Arabica beans get your head nodding. Yeah, then the cream drops like a smooth bass line. Add some ice to chill it down, and some French vanilla flavor. There you go. Or change it up and go with caramel. Either way, it's a stone cold classic. Start your day with a $1.49 McCafe iced coffee, available during breakfast hours only. Music to my ears. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. My day just flows better when I make my first stop McDonald's. I can choose 2 faves and save big with a bundle of savory sausage McMuffin or flaky sausage biscuit with crispy hash browns for breakfast for $2.79. Or I can make Mickey D's my last stop. Lunch, dinner, a late night snack perhaps, when I bundle a crispy McChicken or juicy McDouble with delicious small fries for only $3.69. Now my day is made the tastiest way when I bundle and save at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times. From Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone, and taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like The Vinyl Experience.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
Just search Vinyl Experience and listen now on your free iHeart Radio app. Free never sounded so good.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
This year, Dell Technologies wants to help you do amazing things with their best tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors, and more. Save now at Dell.com/deals.
Get ready for our 2024 iHeart Podcast Awards, presented by The Hartford, live at South by Southwest.
Celebrating the best of the best. And the winner is?
Watch live Monday, March 11th on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel and listen on iHeartRadio stations across America.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Social Impact Award. Discover the best selection of audiobooks anywhere, plus binge-worthy podcasts and exclusive Audible originals. There's more to imagine when you listen. Try Audible for free when you sign up at audible.com.
Find your new career. The Florida Jobs Now Job Fair, March 13th at the Orlando Science Center. More info at fljobsnow.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
Courtrooms across the country. See if there's anything interesting going on. There always does seem to be. And we'll check that out in just a moment. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Tom emails. He says on the topic of Gen Z. Hey, Sean, just heard yesterday's episode in the Gen Z discussion. My 19-year-old daughter fits that mold pretty well. I already knew the mental health statistics. And if you didn't hear this, when you look at Gen Z in particular, this is not dumping on generations here. It's just astonishing. Young Gen Z women and the amount of them that have diagnosed mental illness, who are on some sort of prescription drugs for mental illness, who say that they've had thoughts of harming themselves in the last, X amount of time. It's a major issue. It's generation specific for younger people, Gen Z, but it's also much, much, much more common for these younger girls. He said, my 19-year-old daughter fits that mold pretty well. I already knew the mental health statistics, and I'm still working to understand it all. As far as the sweaters, hoodies during the summers in South Florida, luckily that ended during her senior year of high school. And as for no qualms about calling in sick, I once heard her calling in sick to a part-time summer job a week in advance. That's getting out ahead of things. P.S. Congrats on quitting smoking. Unfortunately, it may have affected your hula hoop skills. Though if you quit drinking, the DTs could help out with that. I don't know if anything's going to assist me there. I just don't have those skills, sir. Just don't. In the world of music, a new happening, or at least they tell us this is a happening.
A new happening.
It's the world of flop rock, C-Lane. And flop rock is allegedly an underground floppy disk music scene that they say is burgeoning right now in 2024. I don't know that that's really happening all that often, but I guess they're saying it's happening. Discogs.com shows a healthy 500-plus floppy-only releases in the 2020 category, which is more than the documented number of floppy music releases in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, or the aughts altogether. Perhaps because it's moved a little closer to their impending extinction. Who the hell even has a floppy disk drive anymore? I don't even have a CD player.
I don't have a CD player. I have a CD-ROM on an old laptop, though, one that I don't use.
Let me look. No, I don't have a CD-ROM or anything on my MacBook Air, and this thing's old. The MacBooks don't have them either.
Yeah, but the MacBook Air was the first one to not have a disk drive. I think there was the first Mac to not have a disk drive.
I'm just trying to
separately,
But I'm just trying to think if Sabrina said right now, here's a CD. Okay. Go play this at your house and listen to it. I don't know that I would be able to do it. I don't think that because I used to have a Nintendo Wii, and I think a Wii can play. Oh, it can't play music. It doesn't play CDs.
Yeah, no, it had discs, so it should be able to. You could definitely.
But I don't have that anymore. I don't have that anymore.
So I recently, I bought a CD-ROM drive, that I could connect to my computer to burn CDs, to play DVDs, etc.
Why?
Why? Because, well, to be completely honest, I like burning CDs for my car.
Okay. So
If
you
I-
want to burn like music that you could listen to your car, your own mixes, and you don't want to listen to like a playlist that you made on Spotify or something.
Like, as soon as first of all, I just use iHeart Radio. That is free in the palm of my hand, millions of artists and songs. But two, around this time, Just Okay, Savvy's Little Helpers, I have like my practice right on there. So as soon as I turn on the car, it plays. I don't have to wait for Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah. And then as I was trying to woo my lady, I made her a mix CD.
Oh, wow. That's still a thing? All right. Okay.
She wasn't able to listen to it because she
I was
didn't
going to say, did you give her a CD player to play it with?
I did not.
Is there like a newfangled version of the CD player that had the tape connection that went into your tape player? Is there like a reverse version of that? Like, it's a CD player that like plugs into your phone and then your phone uses CarPlay.
That seems dangerous while driving.
I don't know if this is a thing, but seems like we might need that out there. Flop rock is the big movement in the world.
How many songs can you fit on a floppy disk?
Not many. What's it, 3.5 megabytes? I have no idea. 3.1?
1.44.
Is that all that's on? Oh, that's very small.
Yeah.
That's a low quality MP3.
What I think of if at all about flop rock would be if you were using like music, like a MIDI equipment or something, and you had sequences loaded on the floppy disk, those can be a lot smaller than an actual music recording. And then because a lot of the really expensive like keyboards and synthesizers of their day had floppy disks that you would save stuff to them. I think even my friend had a keyboard that had like you could save a bunch of settings on a floppy disk. Now that I could see you like putting that in there and making some rock music with, but I don't know.
Well, it's just weird that there's a lot of people that hold on to those things. And I saw an example yesterday where they said I'm going to screw up the numbers a little bit, but as always, I'm very close to this, I think. I think they said only like 50% of people who own vinyl records have a record player. And you're like, okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's a testament to the collectability of a vinyl record. And if you didn't have a record player, you might still think that the record looked cool and maybe you want to display it or you want to invest in it or what. But they said even those folks, only 50% of them actually have the record players to play the vinyl to begin with. So the culture is headed in two different directions there. Okay, Jury Duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com.
The beginning of this article about flop rock says, I put in a disc and there's one MP3 on it. It's 1 minute and 27 seconds long. That puts it about 0.11 megabytes short of the 1.44 limit.
Damn, you don't have a lot of room to play with.
Minute and a half. You get a minute and a half.
That's all you get. All right. Well, if you have any issues where you need an attorney, make sure you're going to Moses DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo or go to justcallmo.com. I do have some stories to work into Jury Duty, but we're going to do that when we come back. And also, NHL players were stunned, I tell you, to discover how long something takes regular people who aren't NHL players. What is it? You're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is safe and smooth on the major highways and roads of Orlando. A mostly clear traffic flow. A right lane is blocked, however, due to a disabled vehicle that's westbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. And, of course, your usual delay eastbound approaching State Road 535. And at this time, also, the off-ramp is partially blocked westbound from I-4 towards State Road 46. So take note of that. And remember, if you have a tip, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Silk. Feel plenty good. Shop wherever you find groceries. Feel plenty good by incorporating Silk into your morning routine. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues And all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Torres on his left foot shoots. He scores!
Orlando City is on the road next weekend as the Lions travel south to take on rival Inter Miami on Saturday, March 2nd at 4:30 p.m. Tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app. And Lions return home on Saturday, March 9th at 7:30, taking on Minnesota United, presented by Dex Imaging. The match will be a celebration of our 10th season of Major League Soccer. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com or tune in on Real Radio 104.1 and watch on any device on the Apple TV app.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row.
been like 90-something degrees this week for the folks out there. And they're like, hey, what's going on? You know what? A little early for 93-degree weather in Dallas. But I don't know. Maybe that's what we're going to start seeing here across the board. I'm sure some places are thrilled. You know, like I always love when they're like, the temperatures could rise 1.3 degrees under the IPCC estimations. And you're like, dude, there's a lot of countries where they would love to have the temperature go up 1.3 degrees. And there's a lot of countries where if the temperature goes up 1.3 degrees, it'll be miserable. But that's going to be a back and forth between places where that works out and places where it doesn't so much. Dallas in the 90s as they're setting some records there this week. So take care, everybody. I'm sure it'll cool down again before we get into spring and summer and all that. I never know when it's over. You know, I never know when like we're done with the heat and we're done with the cold and it's time to get on to like the hotter days. I never know. I only know that in the middle of it, everybody bitches and they're like, oh my God, it's so hot outside today. So incredibly hot. There's like a big switch over there, usually like right at the beginning of summer, I think. Okay, I wanted to get into this in jury duty, but I find these stories to be interesting. Whenever a parent turns in their kid, you know, like the parent figures out the kid was responsible for a crime, turns him into the cops, it's a big move to take on, to be a parent and go, the right thing for me to do is to turn in my child to the cops. But that's what happened here. A 12-year-old boy was taken to the Osceola County Jail Monday after his mother found disturbing text messages on his cell phone where he was threatening to shoot a student at his school.
Jesus. All right.
According to an affidavit. That's a big no-no. You're not supposed to do that. The boy was arrested on a felony charge of written or electronic threat to kill or harm another. He was later taken to a juvenile detention center.
He was texting the kid that he was threatening to shoot?
I got the text here. It says, in the February 17th text message thread, the boy told his girlfriend, don't come to school, and allegedly sent 2 photos of a gun to her. She replied, you gon' shoot up to school? And the boy replied, nah, just a person into school. And I feel like I'm just pronouncing it the way it is here.
Uh-huh.
If you get hit, not my fault. I just got to go to juvenile again, said this 12-year-old. That's what always blows my mind when these kids break bad at like 12. At 12, I was like, I was a good kid. And I wasn't screwing around with too much anything.
You stole the lighter. What are you talking about?
I don't know if I was 12 when I stole the lighter. But suffice to say, I felt really bad about stealing the lighter. And
your brother made you feel really bad about stealing it.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like a bad kid, like I would threaten somebody else to shoot them or something, or even know where to get a gun. We did, though, when we were 13 or 14, I think. We went to my friend's house, and his parents had some guns, and they had like a rifle in the closet, and we knew where the bullets were, and nobody was home, and we were just going to take it outside and shoot it real quick.
Jesus.
And then go back inside.
Okay.
And because it's the acreage, we would have gone away with it because there wouldn't have been enough people to complain. Neighbors might have called the cops or something. But we were real close to doing that.
Was it loaded?
Yeah.
Well, kids get shot, man.
Well, yeah, of course. We had his dad's rifle, and we had the bullets, and I think we put the bullets maybe in the rifle, but then I think we stopped just short of shooting it outside.
Wow.
Who pushed out? Was it you?
I don't know who it was. I don't know if we both kind of just said, hey, this is a bad idea. We would do all sorts of weirdly illegal stuff at that friend's house. Like, not stuff that you go, I did this.
Friend with the naked parents?
No. This was Chris and Brian, who lived at the end of the street. They were brothers, about 2 years apart.
Did you ever go, I mean, this is kind of illegal, but it's like really, like, it's mildly illegal compared to wanted to go outside and shoot a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go through a prank phone calling phase?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, me too. Those were fun.
They were. And the best part about it is, like, if you, at that time, it was like the handheld. Sometimes those handhelds didn't have the speakerphone option.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone kind of just gathered around and would do the prank. And then hopefully you'd hear a little murmur of what the other person was saying. And then we'd all laugh and hang up and just hope that it all went well.
And not for nothing, but you weren't recording that. You were doing it just for the excitement in the moment.
Damn right.
I had friends that recorded them at one point, But yeah,
That's in best of, isn't it?
No, maybe I don't know.
Still one of the greatest best ofs we have was your prank call.
Oh,
yeah. The listener put two people together
Yeah.
in one call.
But no, I used to just do them on like a payphone that was at my apartment complex, which was even better because I was like, this is not going to come back to me.
Mm-hmm. True. That's what you're looking for there. But the mom turned this kid in. He said, if you get hit, it's not my fault. I just got to go to juvenile again. During an interview with deputies, the boy admitted he wanted to shoot a 7th grade boy at his school because the boy wanted to fight him over his girlfriend. He said he knew it was wrong and could get others hurt in the process, but was still willing to do it. His mother didn't have any guns at her home, but the boy claimed his father, who he visits on the weekends, had firearms at his house, and that's where they were going to do all of this. There was also a panic yesterday at the airport, I guess, because the dogs sniffed out some explosives. And when that happens, they go full panic mode and they're like, oh,
I thought that was a phone call. There was actually explosives on site.
I had heard, hang on, let me see.
Rumor has it.
The whispers that I was getting at the time. I had heard that there was like a dog who had smelled something. Canine had a positive hit for explosives on a bag. B terminal is shut down. The robot has already taken an x-ray, waiting on results. Blah, 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 blah. You never heard any of this. Da, da, da. Everything is clear. They didn't find any explosives in the bag, the person said. So I guess they thought they had something.
Someone doesn't have their toiletries for the big trip.
Oh, that would be freak out mode if a dog started hitting on your luggage like there was explosives in there. I would be very concerned.
When I was over at UCF, it was God, we had an a cappella concert. That's what it was.
Right.
But everyone who was supposed to go to it was having a hard time, including my family that had come from Miami to see said concert because there was a suspicious bag on property. They had the robots, bomb squad, and surrounding this one backpack in the middle of the field. They blew it up. And then upon investigating the ashes, it was like some kid's backpack.
Of course, that's what it was.
And hundreds of dollars worth of textbooks that you cannot resell or probably pass an exam without.
There's so many suspicious package incidents. There was like, it's just a JanSport backpack that some little kid left behind. All right. Oh, well, blew it up.
I had a friend who remembers very vividly the day that he learned that most of the dogs at the airport were after explosives. And that was after the mini panic attack where a dog was next to his backpack and he had a bag of weed in there. And he was like, oh, no, this is it. I'm done for. Not only am I getting arrested, I'm getting arrested at the airport. That's federal offense, blah, 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 blah. And no, it was just a nice bomb-sniffing dog that doesn't care about your bag of weed.
Tommy Awesome on Twitch says, do you think the mother turned her kid in because that Michigan mother that got convicted recently?
I mean, probably.
Could be. It could be that swayed somebody. You know, you say, if I have information that suggests my kid is a danger to others and I don't act on that information, then I, as an adult, can get in trouble as well. I just think what we have is a larger problem. And it's part of two major problems that we suffer from as Americans in general. One is that we have far too many young people who are willing to engage in violence at what seems like the drop of a hat, basically based on respect and disrespect. And when you have 12-year-old kids who, like the 12-year-old who shot his teacher, or this 12-year-old who said he was willing to shoot this kid with his dad's gun, perhaps, when you have a 12-year-old thing like that, you've got major problems. You have to fix culture, right? That's a broken cultural aspect when a 12-year-old kid wants to kill somebody else. That's broken culture. You have to piece that back together. You have to find better role models. You have to find better parents. You have to find so many other things that will sort that out. You have
to like accurately convey to these kids what the consequences are.
Right. And some of them don't, like, you could see that student knew the consequences. What's going to happen? I'm going to go back to juvie. That's it. So they knew the consequences of potentially shooting and killing a fellow student that had disrespected them and fighting over their girlfriend, but they didn't care.
That's the most dangerous person. To me, the most dangerous person is somebody who does not fear consequence.
Right, that's bad. You don't want that. And when the little kids know, hey, we're too young, they can't send us to jail for the rest of our lives, we can get away with this crap. That is really, really bad news. The other problem, obviously, is just the overall amount of mentally ill people and armed mentally ill people we have as a country, which is sort of unprecedented, the numbers we've gotten to. But they don't underestimate the problem with younger people who are just so willing to engage in violence. And I think that is more new than it is just like some established cultural norm. I think this is something that's like the last 20 or 30 years gotten a whole lot worse. You didn't see these stories, at least I didn't, moving forward or moving backwards, however it may be. NHL players are shocked. They are shocked, I tell you, as they have now discovered the average length for a person to shower. And they thought it was maybe 7 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. They didn't know. Somebody said it was 3.5 minutes. What kind of lunatic?
3.5? What are you doing? Just splashing water on your genitals?
3.5 minutes is not enough time. I'm sorry. Like, maybe I shower for
3.5 minutes. You could get it done.
You know what the average time is?
For what?
For somebody to take a shower, an American shower time.
What's that?
What do you think it is? Average time?
Is 9 minutes.
9 minutes. 9 minutes, okay. C-Lane?
12. But the average American, there's a difference, I think, in shower time with women with long hair or hair versus...
I just have average. It's like on average, the average American taking a shower.
Some days you're not even washing your hair.
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Hell
no way.
It's a long time. That's way too long.
You're just standing there and crying?
Is every day Saturday?
20 minutes, I would feel at a loss for what to do in the shower. I only have so many things. I moved over my new shower these days, and I got all my stuff up. I got my shampoos and my soaps and all things.
What do you mean, new shower?
I have moved from the master bathroom shower.
The one that had 2 showers in it.
That has 2 and like a very long galley shower. I've moved out of there because it's just, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. It's too loud. The shower is too loud. The water pressure is too loud. And I cannot hear my YouTube videos. So this can't fly. I like
first world problem.
I would be in there. I would take the phone. Also, I didn't realize my phone was not waterproof. That was another recent thing I've come to terms with. But I'd go in there and I would put the phone on a shelf up in the air, and I would aim the speaker right at the wall to ricochet it off to me. And it's so loud in that big master shower that I couldn't hear a word of what was happening. So
how about a Bluetooth speaker?
I could do that, but I don't. It's too many things. It's too many things. I have now like a little.
Up. Okay, so now you're in the bathtub shower.
No. I'm in the other downstairs shower where it's. I've never used it in my life.
Harry Potter shower.
Yeah, I'm in the Harry Potter
shower. I don't think anybody
shower.
has used that one.
Nobody has, and so I'm killing 2 birds with one stone. I'm not having to worry about the pipe being open because I'm using the shower. But I put a thing in there where I could slide my iPhone in and I could watch videos and stuff on it, and I got it's all set. Like, I'm good to go. There's only one slight problem.
How long does a shower take for you that you need to line up a video?
12 minutes. It's almost always 12 minutes. Yeah.
Do you think it would be less than 12 minutes if you weren't watching a video?
Probably, but I need my video. I have to have that as part. I need
a
to
particular
relax.
channel that you're watching.
Depends. Whatever's on my YouTube recommended stream for the day, I'll look and see what I got, and I'll choose something out of there. Maybe something that gets the brain going a little bit. Eric on YouTube says Sean watches porn in the shower. No, I wouldn't even understand why. What are you supposed to do with
the other 11 and a half minutes?
That'd be a good place to watch it.
Why?
Because it's a good place to... Listen, if I'm taking a 20-minute shower, I've mixed a batch.
Really?
I mean, you sit on the ground for that?
Just like I said, I don't like water sex. I don't like pool sex or anything like that. I've talked about this before on the show and been ridiculed, and I'm just right. It's way better to have sex not in the pool than in the pool.
I think more people agree with you than would like to admit.
And then when it comes to doing this other thing you're talking about, it's just not part of my schedule.
That's fine.
It's just not a thing for me.
I don't schedule it.
It's just so what brings it on?
It'd be weird if that was in my phone somewhere.
Do you slip and fall and end up on X Hamster? Like what's the
whoopsie
chain of events that ends you up in that spot?
Got a minute here. Let's go.
So it's all time based.
Yeah.
You say I've got an extra minute or two. Might as well.
That's
all right. Fine. To each their own. These folks in the NHL, they said they were doing like 3.5 minutes. I don't understand that. Maybe that makes sense if you're a person who lives in a colder weather climate more, because taking a shower is a nightmare.
If I'm in a colder weather climate, I'd want to be in the shower longer than, because then as soon as I get out, I'm freezing my ass off.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. You get out and you have to like run full speed to try to save yourself.
Something happened with my hot water heater.
No, what happened?
I went full cold shower yesterday. Yeah, it was awful. I didn't even get through the whole YouTube video.
No, wait, all right. So it wasn't heat. Like there was no element of heat at all. It was just completely cold.
I went all the way hot, and I was like, "What the f is this?" And then I just like tried to shower as much and as quickly as possible. I'll tell you that. I didn't have a moment to like stop and look in the corner and think about things. I was in and out.
I don't think I could pull that off. Did you get your thing fixed, or did it just start working again?
TBD today.
Oh, no.
This happened this morning?
It was yesterday. This morning, I just went with the standard no hair washing, hence the hat, and was able to get the body wash without any problems. It was it's like a lukewarm. It's not that bad.
Well, hopefully it's not the old water heater.
And I hope everyone was paying attention, because we're going to have a big TNJ shower quiz tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. Always have
as far as 3.5 minutes, I could get it done.
See, that's
really
very...
I've told you before.
You said you can get it done. I feel like that's your standard shower time.
When you're saying you could get it done, are you saying you could get this other thing done? Or you're saying you could
No. This is just the shower. Mm-hmm. And I've let the water warm whilst doing other things to prepare for the shower. Yeah. And then I get in and I ask Shma to play me a shower jam. And then I kind of time myself to be done as the song is over.
Is this your quote for Shmishmaxa, or do you say like play this playlist, or do you actually say give me a shower jam?
No, I just say like I pick a song in my head and then I go play that song.
Heavy metal.
What was it this morning?
I didn't have one this morning.
Oh my God! Wow, God, get with it, man. You got to put on that electric slide. That's right. Yeah.
Then drop the hairdryer right into your tub.
You go like that. Am I right or am I wrong? Are those not elements of the thing?
The shuffle you just did?
I don't know what she was reacting to. She dropped the hairdryer in your tub.
Yep. Electric.
Yeah.
Into water.
Hence the electricity.
It's shocking.
All right, let's go over some dispatches real quick. Let's see what's going on in your world. Here's JCC talking about quality managers. Hello?
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
I don't know if you've ever managed employees, but part of the reason why you think people are good managers is because they're paying people more money and they get better quality people.
That's not true.
It's not the managers, it's the people.
I like that that's a thing and that you believe that and that you have like this sort of utopian vision. But you can look into studies of increasing hourly wages of employees and it's almost zilch in terms of productivity or anything like that. People work hard at jobs and they put in more work at jobs if they like their manager, number one, if they like their job, number two, if they feel supported and part of a team, number three, and if they feel like overall they're compensated enough for their job. But if you take somebody who's making like $15 an hour and pay that person $25 an hour, in almost every single study I've seen like that, you don't get some big jump out of productivity in the person. It's not like a never-ending jump in productivity if you paid them $100 an hour. Wow, imagine all the work they could. It just doesn't work like that. Quality managers are at, and I'm talking at 7-Eleven. I'm talking at Wendy's. I'm talking at McDonald's. I'm talking at even a place like a lot of restaurants to stay in that world, like a macaroni grill or something, where you have a whole bunch of employees who work there. It takes a good manager to make sure that place is running well, to make sure everybody's following all the rules. And what makes up a good manager can be a much more complicated discussion. Like, for instance, we went to Summer House again the other day. And when we went to Summer House, we had this bartender, and he was a little bit slow and leaving me desiring some better service.
Oh, I thought you were just calling him disabled. So
No. He was a little bit slow, like to help us out. He had his back to us, and he was just like slowly but surely putting in every single input into the computer. And eventually, I'm like, hey, can we sit here? Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't know what you're doing
Fritz?
over on that screen, but let's get this done. So eventually we're sitting there and the guy's serving us and we got our delicious $18 meatballs and all. And his manager comes over and she goes, what's going on with those shoes? Like right in front of us. And he's like, and she's like, those shoes aren't accepted. You're not allowed to wear those shoes.
Non-slips?
And it's like awkward. And I guess he had like Vans on, but even though they were like, they look kind of like shoes you could wear, you couldn't. And he went over to her and he goes, he had his whole excuse. Like, I couldn't wear these because of this, all of these different things. But I think that those managers, sometimes for the better or for worse, they make the difference at these places. It's not necessarily, you do need people who are going to work hard, people who are willing to work hard under that manager. But I think it's sometimes easier to find those folks, just in my opinion. All right, we'll hear from you. We'll get your dispatch. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the Jim Colbert Show, we'll discuss fashion through history for What'd You Do That's New. Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth will tell us you don't win at life. He'll explain. Plus, tickets to see Tom Segura on March 14th at the Kia Center. And your calls, texts, and talkbacks. Join us later today.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your drive is a safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando, and it looks like your usual delay right now, including I-4 east and westbound, approaching State Road 535, but not due to an incident. Actually, we're incident-free on the rest of the east and westbound lanes of I-4. No issues reported on the 408, and also the Turnpike and Greenway are clear north and southbound. Thankfully, the 429 toll as well. If you see any traffic issues, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line number at 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Dive into hibernation mode with a huge deal on deeper sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Shop now and save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and receive a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Plus, get free and fast delivery to your door. Restrictions apply.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
At Massey Services, we know that no two lawns are the same. That's why we create a customized lawn care plan for whatever your landscape looks like. From season to season, our personalized treatments keep your lawn healthy and beautiful all year long. Personalized, because it is personal. We take as much pride in your lawn as you do. Schedule your free inspection today at MasseyServices.com. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Hey, everybody. Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Turns out February is American Heart Month, and Life Imaging FLA wants to remind you that early detection saves lives. Unfortunately, the very first symptom of heart disease is often sudden death. But the cool thing is, now you have the power to detect issues before symptoms. And Life Imaging FLA does that with their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. This is a $699 value. The testimonials are bananas. Couples going in, the person that thinks they have problems have no problems. The person that does not think they have problems has problems. But the cool thing is, now you have the information, the power to go to your primary care doctor and build a long-term healthcare plan to make sure that you're around for years. Do that now. Do exactly what I did. Pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. And be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. Make 2024 the year you finally start taking care of your long-term health with Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeart Media.
New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our windows blend energy performance with hurricane protection. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Buy more, save more. Visit NewSouthWindow.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, tells us about the advantages the speed of audio production affords their growing tech company.
At Moderna, we have a mindset saying that we pivot fearlessly. And I think with audio, you can pivot fearlessly. You can go where the news is and bringing in content that perhaps you didn't have a few weeks earlier. It's less 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance when you do a TBC. You're able to create really nimble content, which I think in this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft in 2023. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. Their U.S.-based restoration specialists are dedicated to helping solve identity theft issues, and all plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which means if you lose money because of identity theft, LifeLock will reimburse you to the limits of your plan. Go to LifeLock.com and save up to 25% your first year with promo code CLAY.
The Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, returns March 7th through the 10th. Follow your favorite PGA Tour pros as they go for glory. Score a high five at the White Claw Fan Deck. Get groovy at Throwback Thursday, presented by Corksicle. Or embrace your inner foodie at Wine and Dine on 9, presented by Kendall Jackson. For a premium experience, try Orange Grove, complete with all-inclusive food and bar service, including access to the storied Bay Hill Clubhouse. Visit ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco-Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Vinyl Experience. Music legends experienced through the authentic sound of vinyl. The Rolling Stones, Tom Petty, Pink Floyd, The Police, and so many more. Just open the free iHeart Radio app, search Vinyl Experience, and listen now. iHeart Radio.
Go to millsair.com.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the
segment. That much is very clear to me. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about the show, go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. All the info should be there. Apple is announcing that after 10 years, they are canceling their Apple Car project. They've been working like behind the scenes for a decade to build an Apple Car, and they kept saying, oh, it's coming out soon. It's coming out before too long, coming out soon. And now they're like, nope, we're done. We're abandoning the entire effort to do this.
I wonder how far they got.
Yeah.
Like if was there
Like a whole car?
Do they build a prototype? And if so, are they destroying it?
Oh, they
Can we have it?
I don't know. I know they got enough problems right now because they got CrackGate going on where Apple Vision Pro users are saying out of nowhere they're getting cracks all over their Apple Vision Pros. And
Damn.
it
How
costs,
convenient. Wasn't the return time just like a week ago?
Right, it was. And they cost $3,500. So you're not going to want to have that happening to these people. I have heard from people who own these Apple Vision Pros. They go, you know what you should do? You should go into the Apple Store. And when you go into the Apple Store, say, can I get the Apple Vision Pro demo? And they'll bring out an Apple Vision Pro, and they'll pop it on your head, and they'll let you do all the things. And then afterwards, go, thank you so much. That's a cool glimpse into the future. I will see you later. I'm not going to be buying one of these. That's what I've heard from people who have these. Then I heard from somebody who has the Apple Vision Pro. And they said that they use it, and this seems insane to me, like 6 hours a day. And it makes them much more productive. And I thought about, like, imagine you live in a house and you live with like a significant other, and 6 hours of the day you're buried in the Apple Vision Pro. It's weird to have a conversation with somebody who's got their head in the Apple Vision Pro.
He says that for productivity, so he's using it to better his career.
Yes.
One would think he was using it while working.
Yes.
So, I mean...
But from home in this case, yeah. It's like, I could put my email here. I could put, like you could put all your different screens up virtually in all these spots for your Apple Vision Pro. I don't know. It's a lot to be wearing that thing for like 6 hours a day.
I want to go and do the demo sometime.
That would be cool. I'd like to do it too. That'd be a fun time.
Maybe someone can just give it to us.
Try to learn that.
I think they have, I think it's a guided demo, though. I don't know how much of it is
thank you.
I don't know how much of it is maybe some of it's guided and then they give you some time on your own with it. But because I've heard from people who've done the demo, they're like, that I knew this was the future and that I had to have one because they have things that show off the absolute, amazing things that it could do that it's not going to do every day.
No,
it's the coolest parts of the Apple Vision Pro. They're going to show you right now. They have the It's like when you buy HD TVs, or if you walk into Costco and you see their HD screens.
Mm-hmm.
That is like the 8K content showing on them right now. And you take it home and you hook it up to your box or your cable provider or whatever you got, and you're like, you're not seeing stuff like that.
What the hell is this? It's not a lot of practical stuff for the Apple Vision Pro, I don't think. And neither is their car, which I guess why after a decade they've called it quits on that. Here's where we're going to have some winners and some losers. And rip Josh Fowler, unfortunately, because story today says talking fast is linked to better brain health in old age. And they said this can be one of the best determiners on whether or not you are going to be healthy into an older age is how fast you're able to talk. And I was trying some of these during the break. I was like, how many words can I get out? Because I can talk pretty fast. I start rattling stuff off. Yeah, that clip, like the naked sushi, clip.
Now you can't do it at all.
Naked sushi clip is proof that when I need to, I can talk very, very fast. Not that it's useful necessarily, but I can do it. I don't even know if I have that anymore. Do I?
Sounds like you don't.
No, I don't think I do. If I do, it's buried somewhere that I can't find it. But I found this thing that can judge how fast we are able to talk. I don't know if you guys will be able to use it over there, though. Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, hold on. Let me send this to you. Let me send this, all right? This is a test to see how fast you're actually able to talk. And if you can get into the higher ranges of this, then it shows, at least right now, that your brain's in really good shape. And those higher ranges are anywhere from 120 to 150 words per minute spoken. That's supposed to show, if you get to 150, it's supposed to show your brain is in real good shape. You're pretty healthy if you can get to that number. Let me try this. It just makes you say some simple stuff. All right. Oh, no. Hold on. I clicked it way too fast, and then I got a 0 for my score.
Failed the test.
I made a huge mistake. I think I broke the whole test, actually. So you can find this online. I'll put this up on See It Now. All right, I'm going to hit start test.
Hello.
All right, here we go. All right. Ready?
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? How fast was that? Oh, that's all I got. I said all the things. Hello.
Ooh.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Oh, my God. 228 words per minute. Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
All right.
Next.
It's because you said everybody and not everyone?
I don't know. Because it made me do it a couple of times there. Let me start it again. All right, ready? Hello, everybody. How are you doing today?
Everyone. Sean.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? That was 165. Pretty fast, though. If you can get up there, they're saying that your brain is like, it's working. All right, you got yours going?
Hello. 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 All right.
All right, it's got it. It's now.
Hello. Yeah, I've.
It's just shouting at you now.
Yeah, I've enabled.
Hello. Hello.
Say hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Stupid.
Yours is not being kind to you. Did it ask you to turn on the microphone?
Yes.
Okay.
But
And
it wants me to do it every time. This is, Sean, I'm getting scammed.
yours is shouting at you for some reason.
It is because I only allowed it this one time and they're making me do it more. And because they need to sell my data. Hello.
She just won't shut up.
Hello. Hello. All right.
I got mine.
I guess I'm going to die soon. I don't know.
Your mind start, click start test, and that's how you do it?
Oh, yeah, go.
All right.
Hello.
Hello?
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing today?
That was pretty fast.
Oh, I didn't say it. I don't think I said it right.
Got to do it again.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?
Did I give it to you?
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? 184 words a minute.
Not bad. Not very bad. I'll put that up on See It Now. Sabrina's still saying it.
All right. Now I will allow on every visit. Here we go. All right.
All right. You got it?
Hello. 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 Hello.
What?
Hello.
You need to just say the whole thing.
Hello. It says hello to test your mic. Hello.
This doesn't want to work. All right, quick break. When we come back, final dispatches. I'll put that up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. Just keep saying it back. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut.
Now I want to end my day.
And today I learned somebody says, do this at Just Okay.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
To wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for the rest of our Tuesday. And we're expecting a beautiful day across Central Florida. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures are well on their way into the upper 70s and low 80s. Tomorrow, we do expect temperatures to make it into the low 80s with a high of 83 degrees. We do, though, also have some changes on the way just in time for the weekend, unfortunately. Our next system will come into play, bringing with it increased rain chances. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
$5 finger-licking deals are back at your local KFC. Choose from 3 delicious options. A 2-piece meal with a drum, thigh and buttery biscuit side, an 8-piece chicken nuggets, or 2 chicken little sandwiches. Only available at select participating locations, not online. Tax extra, it's finger-licking good.
Hey, Orlando, are you looking for new ways to save? Well, on Verizon, you don't need to be on a family plan to get our best deals. Switch to Verizon, and for a limited time, plans start at just $50 per month for a single line, with autopay plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone with unlimited welcome. That's a savings of $15 per month. And when you switch now, you can save on the things you love to stream, like Netflix and Max. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. A better plan to save is Verizon. This offer won't last long. Visit your local Verizon store to switch and save big today. $180 BYOD promo credit per phone applied over 36 months for new customers with one new line with your own 4G or 5G smartphone on unlimited welcome plan required. $360 local promo credit applied over 36 months for new customers with one new line. Additional terms apply. In select markets only. Auto pay and paper-free billing required. For unlimited welcome plan in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Orlando? We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Orlando for free. That's right. We'll give you 2 free tickets when you text EARN to 64,000. Orlando's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Discover the simple steps developed by Joe Arias, one of real estate's greatest rags to riches stories. You'll learn to flip properties and secure rental properties without using your own money and in your spare time. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop this week right here in Orlando and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text EARN to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text EARN to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text EARN to 64,000.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman & Lind in the Under Oath podcast. You listen to a lot of attorney commercials, normally concerning the qualifications of that firm, that they will fight for you, that they don't get paid unless you get paid. Instead of doing a commercial, I'm just going to give you some free advice. If you get into a car accident, make sure you receive medical treatment from a doctor within 14 days. If not, the insurance companies can hold you responsible for the first $10,000 of your medical treatment. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial #547.
The hit true crime podcast Paper Ghosts is back with a haunting mystery in the shadows of the Ozarks. Season 4 unravels a darkly intriguing cold case from 1989 as a community continues to search for answers about a missing girl, various suspects, and a potential connection to BTK.
It's gone from, okay, we don't think something's quite right, to there's some worry going on now because now we've found some of her clothing.
Listen to Paper Ghosts on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
You don't need a resolution to lose weight. You need a solution. And that's Red Mountain Weight Loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specifically formulated to provide full-strength semaglutide in a daily tablet. With Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month. And it's not a shot, so you can skip the weekly trips to a doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications like Ozempic. That's right, I said half the price. Plus, Red Mountain includes medically supervised meal plans and free lifetime maintenance to help you keep the weight off. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, just results for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Come to Audible and discover the best selection of audiobooks without exception. Bestsellers, new releases, plus podcasts and exclusive Audible originals. You'll find everything you love all in one place. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Preparing you
for the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junkie.
Make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday.
I did some more practicing during the break.
Oh, yeah? How did it go for you?
I got it down to 1.4 seconds.
1.4 seconds. How many words is that a minute? We are speaking.
342 words a minute.
Oh, my God. That's
Hello, everyone.
fast.
How are you doing today? Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?
Well, on the other hand, boss man Bradshaw asked why I was yelling.
Why are you yelling at your computer? Because it just keeps saying hello.
The entire
Hello.
hallway was they could hear me. I didn't realize that. So
I wonder if I can trick it. I wonder if I could trick it if I just feed it like faster words, like "Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?"
That's pretty fast right there.
It didn't.
Try the test to do that.
Didn't work. Oh, test to do that. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today?
That work?
No, it's
too fast.
It's too fast for the computer.
Yeah, you're breaking the system. This is a really next level radio, folks. When you tell people about the show, go, this is the kind of stuff they do. They break down barriers.
But how unlistenable would it be if we talked that fast, though?
Some people listen to us that fast, though.
Did I learn?
They listen to us on like 2X. Us on 2X is fast.
Yeah.
We are moving at 2X.
Even 1.5x, I'm like, I don't know how people do that.
Yeah,
Me
that's a
either,
lot.
man.
No
idea.
Even that, what you're doing would be fast on 2X. Let me see. Hold on. All right, because since we're doing weird stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm going to get this podcast plan.
Okay.
Right?
One of ours.
Yep, we get past the camera. All right.
Yep.
Now, 2X.
Why they both look fantastic up on the stage, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Altar? The altar, you're right. It's an altar. Yeah, and the guy was doing their wedding. That guy was an interesting cat. The guy was
I don't like it, man. That's not enjoyable.
No, it's not. It's way too fast. I don't understand it. But we're alive. We are going to live a long time. Okay, let's do one final dispatch here before we get the hell out of the way. This is Han Solo Cups, and it says, I work at that summer house place.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Sorry I haven't listened to the show much because my schedule's all changed because I'm working at Summer House on the Lake.
Oh.
So next time you're in, ask for Lucas because, shocker, my name isn't Han Solo Cups. So come by and say hi.
So many people
Thank
are going to
you.
claim that they're Sean.
I'm looking for Lucas.
You're the
Lucas,
fifth
thank
Sean
you.
that came in today.
That restaurant is so big that I think I could go there 5 times and never see you. I think like they have,
You have
3
to ask for him.
You would, because they have 3 full bars and then like 4 or so different dining rooms. It is massive. Okay, we did all the stories. We're going to get the hell out of here.
Good
It's time for us to leave.
stories.
Here we go.
Hello?
Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Oh, man. Florida Scratcher pointing out, now if you're listening to the podcast on 2X and you get to that part where I played it on 2X.
Whoa.
Oh,
Inception.
man.
4x, right?
Ish. All right, here we go. Let's see. Today I Learned for Monday, February 26, 2024.
Slower, please.
Just a few days. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 27th, February 27th. 2 days
Jesus,
from Leap
Sean.
Day. Let's see if C-Lane, the new dad, knows this one. Today I learned this show.
Babies. Bluey.
Bluey's right. Yes, Bluey is correct. In the U.S., an episode of the children's cartoon Bluey was edited to remove a scene showing a pony pooping, as it was considered inappropriate for the audience at that point in time.
Why? Everyone poops.
I don't know if you're watching any Bluey these days, C-Lane.
Not yet. Although my
Miss
wife,
Rachel?
my
She
wife
in?
put on Miss Rachel the other day.
Hello.
No, Miss Rachel is so rich,
I'm
man.
about to be Miss Sabrina. I'm telling
Holy
you, real
it's-
quick.
Nobody would have thought that that was the genius thing to do. When everybody was doing their fun, oh, look, Mr. Beast, here's what the video I'm doing, here's the video I'm doing. Somebody goes, I'm going to do a video exclusively for 4-year-olds. And they go, what an idiot. Why are you
Infants.
doing that?
And they
I'm
love
gonna
it.
This is going to be for infants and infants only. You're like, what?
Mind you, she is educated in that, like, kid stuff. She
Communication with children, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
But
like that.
still. Today I learned the founder of Sony hired an outspoken critic of their products so they can make better products. 20 years later, he became the president of Sony.
Nice.
Wow. Just like that. Today I learned this lady, this lady, this guy right here.
Rolling Stones?
Roy Orbison's correct. He wrote the biggest hit of his career after asking his first wife, Claudette was her name, if she needed some cash for the market. And his writing partner interjected, pretty women don't need money. And Roy Orbison said, she walked down the street and he said, oh, pretty woman. And then whammo bammo,
Julia
he put
Roberts.
himself a song together. And today I learned this band.
My Chemical Romance.
That's right. My Chemical Romance is correct. My Chemical Romance's Gerard Way is second cousins with, of all people, Joe Rogan. Would not have thought. Joe Rogan and Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance. All right, thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast. Where is it? It's over at thenewsjunkie.com. All the links you need. And guess what? We'll see you next time, everybody.